The Lancaster Barnstormers, for the fifth straight game last night, proved that you don't always have to have a lot of base hits to score a lot of runs. The Barnstormers have been averaging a run per hit over their last 5 games, and last night they bunched everything together into one inning. They scored 10 runs on 10 hits. In the top of the third, it was enough to swamp the Long Island Ducks 13-3 in the series opener. And now it is on to the second game of this series, and the Barnstormers with the young man who has developed into their ace, Dominic DeSabatino, going here tonight. He comes in on a 7-game winning streak. He is 8-3 overall. He'll match up against the pitching coach for the Long Island Ducks, Darren Downs. Downs comes in at 1-3. The Barnstormers trying to win for the 5th time in their last 6 ball games. The Ducks are taking the field one by one. There are some introductions to be made. We'll get to the starting lineups once the national anthem is over, and while Downs is taking his warm-up tosses. The Barnstormers taking the series opener last night. With that, now a 1.5-game lead in the second half here in the Northern Division. The Barnstormers are 5-3, the Ducks 4-5, and the other 2 ball clubs are 3-5 entering play here tonight. The Barnstormers will be here tonight and then tomorrow at 5:05 before coming back home to take on the Ducks beginning on Tuesday. Right now we're going to send you down to the field and our Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, that the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good crowd on hand tonight at Fairfield Properties Ballpark as the Lancaster Barnstormers take on the Long Island Ducks in a middle game of a 3-game series. For the Barnstormers, it will be Caleb Gindel leading off in right field. The second baseman batting number 2 is Blake Aleman. Blake Galen will bat third and play first base. Alejandro De Aza, the left fielder, will bat cleanup. And the Barnstormers with an interesting front of the lineup tonight because all of those are left-handed batters against a left-handed starting pitcher in Darren Downs. You won't see that combination very often. From there, everybody will bat from the right side. Trayvon Robinson batting 5th. He's the DH. The center fielder batting 6th will be Ladarius Clark. Anderson De La Rosa doing the catching tonight. Anthony Peroni is slightly banged up, and that is why De La Rosa is catching DeSabatino. Ordinarily, you won't see that. The shortstop batting number 8 is Jake Hoover. Clea Luis Rendon getting the night off. And Nick Schumpert will bat 9th and play third. DeSabatino on the hill for the Barnstormers, 8-3 with a 7.34 ERA. For Long Island tonight, Vladimir Frias is leading off at shortstop. The second baseman batting number 2 is Steve Lombardozzi Jr. The DH batting third is L.J. Mazzilli. Davidson Romero, good enough to go tonight. He had to be lifted from last night's game as he was hit by a pitch in the first inning and came out in the top of the second. He is back in there. The first baseman is batting cleanup. Ramon Flores will play center and bat 5th. The catcher hitting 6th is Hector Sanchez. Daniel Fields is in right field batting 7th. Ty Kelly will move out to left field. He will bat 8th. And Jesse Berardi is the third baseman in the number 9 slot. Darren Downs is on the mound, the 6'3" Michigander who pitched in the major leagues with the Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros, is 1-3 With a 5.08 ERA on the season, he has thrown 44 and a third innings, allowing 48 hits, 25 earned runs. He has walked only 11 and struck out 42. In his last appearance, Downs only went 3 innings, and that is something that the Ducks will be keeping an eye on here this evening. He pitched against the High Point Rockers at Truist Point. In 3 innings, he gave up 11 hits last week. He's got a 2-seamer, and that may be why the Barnstormers front-loaded the lineup tonight with the left-handed batters, as Downs, a guy who can conceivably be more effective against right-handed hitters. Caleb Gindel leading off. 298 for Gindel with 22 home runs and 60 runs knocked in on the season. He had a homer and 4 runs batted in, all in the 3rd inning last night. He'll get things started against Downs. The defense will play Gindel straight away. Sanchez flashing the signals, and the first pitch of the game is off the outside corner. It is ball 1 and no strikes. Berardi at third. The shortstop is Frias, the second baseman Lombardozzi, and Romero is over at first. Kelly, Flores, and Fields, the outfield from left to right to Gindel 1-0, and that drifts to the outside corner for a called strike. The count levels at 1 each. Blake Alleman and Blake Galen will follow for the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the top of the first. It is again in the upper 80s here on Long Island. The wind is blowing in from left field at the moment. Now to Gindel, the 1-1 offering, swinging a pop fly on the left side. Jesse Berardi, the third baseman, will concede it to the shortstop. Frias coming in behind him. Gindel is retired on the pop to short, 1 away. Blake Alleman will step in. Blake with a pair of doubles here last night. And he's hitting .298 with 13 home runs. He's driven in 34. Well, the Barnstormers have not gotten off the flying starts. They're not, in general, hitting the ball all that well here the last few days, but they're doing enough to win ball games. And they can come from behind. We've seen that on several occasions lately. The pitch to Alamond is right through for a strike called. It is 0-1. Downs, the control specialist, even when he got roughed up by High Point in his last start, still didn't walk anybody. One of the 2 player coaches on the pitching side in the league. Chopper to second base. Hustling in is Lombardozzi. It turns into an easy play. Alamond's retired. 2 up, 2 down. Blake Galen, the first baseman, will step into the batter's box.
First baseman, number 2.
The Barnstormers don't seem to be in a comfort zone until they're trailing in a ball game. They have fallen behind initially in 44 of the 68. They can score in the first inning. They don't always, but they've given up a lot of first inning runs. 2 outs, nobody on base. Downs to Galen, and he delivers a strike. It is 0-1. 325 down the lines at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, 400 straightaway center. A rare symmetric ballpark in baseball these days. Outside and low, and to Galen, it is 1-1. It used to be standard for ballparks to be symmetric. No longer is that the case. A lot of the newer ballparks have some interesting nooks and crannies. Ball 2 is low. Some of the traditional ones did too. Certainly Wrigley Field, Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium. Here's the 2-1 on Galen. He takes up for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. My only wish is that these ballparks that are asymmetric in the Atlantic League would have the short dimension where the wind blows in. 3-1, and Galen wraps that off the foot of Downs. It caroms toward the third baseman Berardi and the shortstop Frias. No chance for a play. Galen aboard on the infield single. It appeared destined for center field. Instead, Downs caught the brunt of it, and the Long Island trainer out to check in on the lefty and pitching coach, Deanna Reynolds. For years and years, had Dottie here as the trainer. at her first year away from the ball club.
Left fielder, number 37.
2 outs, Galen the base runner. Alejandro De Aza steps in. Alejandro loves hitting against Long Island, .519 for the season. 304 overall. 5 homers for Alejandro, 43 runs driven in. The center fielder, Flores, is not terribly deep against Alejandro, which Alejandro can exploit defenses as well as anybody. Here's the pitch, and Downs locates the inside corner for a strike called. It is 0-1. Two outs. Galen inching his way off first. He has 3 steals for the year. Not a big threat to go. Not to the extent, certainly, that he was when he first joined the Barnstormers 9 years ago. He had 25 stolen bases that year. Nothing in one on Alejandro De Aza. Downs comes set, delivers, and is just off the outside corner. De Aza had a ball and a strike. Lancaster with a 2-out man aboard. Trayvon Robinson tonight is the designated hitter. He is on deck. Downs will fire over to first. Just a soft toss, really. And Galen is back in. De Aza at 1 ball and 1 strike. Galen takes off. The pitch is sliced out to left field. Long run for Ty Kelly. He won't get there, and the ball bounces the other way and past him. Here comes Galen to score. De Aza ends up at second with a double. The Barnstormers take a 1-0 lead, and Alejandro De Aza celebrates with a rondon. Opposite field fly ball. Ty Kelly unable to get there, and then the ball took a crazy hop and bounced past him all the way out to the track. The Barnstormers have a run home, and Trayvon Robinson, the designated hitter, stepping in, batting .260 with 8 home runs and 39 driven in on the season. De Aza taking Downs to the opposite field. He's now 15 for 28 against Long Island. To Robinson, big breaking ball gets there for a called strike. Downs coming with that for the first time. And got it across effectively. De Aza leading from second. Still, Flores pretty shallow here. It's in the dirt. Good stop made by Sanchez. The count will level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Robinson, 39, runs batted in for the year, looking for a base hit here to give DeSabatino an early 2-run cushion. De Aza with the lead. The pitch to Robinson is lined to right. Coming on and making a lunging try is Fields, and he makes the catch. For a second, it looked like he was going to slow down and play it on a bounce. Then he accelerated again, dove forward, and made the grab to take a base hit away from Robinson, who these days can't seem to beg, borrow, or steal a run batted in. Robinson not so sure that ball didn't fall in. He's going to laugh about it for a moment with Fields. That was a heck of a play, although there did seem to be some hesitation in the middle. 1 run, 2 hits with no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. The Barnstormers break on top early. It is Lancaster 1 and Long Island coming up.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Making the start for the Barnstormers tonight is 6'4", 25-year-old right-hander Dominic DeSabatino from Middletown, Delaware. This is his 13th start of the season. He's also appeared 3 times in relief early on. 65 innings, he has given up 85 hits, 53 earned runs. He's walked 35, struck out 55. His ERA is 7.34, but since he began the winning streak, he has gone now 7-0, and his earned run average is 5.19, so it is coming down overall. DeSabatino is 1-1 against the Ducks. He lost, the last time he lost, in fact, was on this field on June the 20th. He gave up in 4 innings, 8 hits and 7 runs, a game the Ducks went on to win by the crazy score of 18-13. And then 10 days later, Dom turned the tables on Long Island with a 16-8 victory. He gave up 7 hits and 3 runs in 6 innings in that effort, one of his 5 quality starts on the season. Vladimir Frias leads off for Long Island. Vlad having a great beginning to this season with the Ducks. He finally got his visa. He's hitting .333, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. And a strike is delivered by DeSabatino. Dominic getting ahead at 0-1. Frias has hit safely in 18 out of his last 19 games. 0-1. DeSabatino fires well wide of the plate. Ball 1, strike 1. The Barnstormers with a 1-0 lead on Diaz's RBI double in the top half of the first inning. Trayvon Robinson almost got a second run home. Daniel Fields sprawling at the last instant to make the catch. And a Frias 1-1 pitch is lifted foul out of play over on the third base side. We go to 1-2. Frias, well, hitting safely in 18 out of 19, reaching base in each of his last 22 games. He's batting .393. That is impressive. And Vlad can get hot. We've seen that during his time in Lancaster. DeSabatino's 1-2 pitch turns him around. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The last time out, Dominic with the win last Saturday, 10-2 over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. 7 hits, 2 runs in 7 innings. Here's the 2-2. Frias knocks it foul to the left as well. The count will continue at 2 balls and 2 strikes. DeSabatino, a few starts ago, struck out 11 High Point Rockers, but at the next start in Charleston, he had to come out in the second inning with a sore arm. He missed 1 turn in the rotation and then came back with a vengeance last Saturday. 2-2 to Frias, high and outside. And Dominic now risks a leadoff walk. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the switch-hitting shortstop, switch-hitting second baseman Steve Lombardozzi. In the on-deck circle, Lombardozzi and L.J. Mazzilli in the number 3 slot each had 3 hits in last night's game. 3-2, the target set by De La Rosa. The pitch is off the outside corner, and Frias draws the walk. He is on for the 23rd consecutive game. Lombardozzi, the second baseman, will step in, a .313 hitter with 10 home runs and 46 runs batted in. He and Mazzilli each had 3 hits last night against the starter Niall Ball. Neither one able to get a base hit in the 9th inning off of Brent Teller. Teller did give up a run as Hector Sanchez with an infield base hit drove in one. I say an infield base hit. It was a ground ball up the middle that Aleman got a glove on and couldn't control. Barnstormers with the early lead, but Long Island threatens. In the bottom of the first inning, Frias with a leadoff walk on 7 pitches. DeSabatino will work from the stretch. And the pitch to Lombardozzi is outside. It is ball 1 and no strikes. And this is something we have not seen from DeSabatino in a while. He's only walked 7 batters in his last 4 starts over 20 1/3 innings. One ball and nothing. And the throw will go to first. Frias, who's 8 for 9 stealing, is able to dive back in. We're seeing a little bit of showmanship on both sides tonight. The whole arms around each other embrace, more or less, after Fields robbed Robinson of a base hit in the top of this inning. And Vladimir Frias can always be a little bit of a showman. 1-0, Lombardozzi tries to bunt and pops it up foul into the Barnstormers dugout, where it is caught by manager Ross Peoples. Nice play on D by the skipper. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lombardozzi. Frias inches his way off first, held there by Blake Galen. DeSabatino out of the set, delivers 1-1, and that's smashed and fair inside the bag at first, down the line. Frias is going to come around third base and hold on. At second is Lombardozzi with a double for the second straight night in the first inning. It's scorched inside the first base bag and pretty much right over the bag. Ross Peoples is going to go out to discuss it with the first base umpire, Silvio Martinez. Galen thought it was foul, and he's in on the discussion as well. And Martinez, who found himself dancing out of the way, is going to huddle up with his 2 counterparts. Ross has at least gotten it that far. As it stands, Frias at third, Lombardozzi at second with nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Ross Peoples would just as soon see Steve Lombardozzi back in the batter's box. The only person would be Joe Iglio, who could indicate some kind of an overturn. And it is going to stay as a fair ball. Second and third, Ross will continue in the discussion with Iglio and Martinez, but not for long. L.J. Mazzilli, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. 2 men in scoring position. Long Island threatening to erase that early Barnstormers advantage here. Oh, the discussion was not terribly animated, considering Ross is only a little more than a week out from his first ever ejection. Corners play up a little bit. DeSabatino to Mazzilli, high and outside. It is ball 1. And trouble brews in the bottom half of the first inning here tonight in front of a packed house on Long Island. Niall Ball was masterful at getting out of tight spots last night. We'll see if some of it rubbed off here. The 1-0 pitch on Mazzilli is down and away for ball 2. Davidson Romero waiting on deck for Long Island. DeSabatino had trouble in this ballpark the last time he threw here. And sometimes it can be just the ambiance of a ballpark, the feel of a particular mound can throw a pitcher off slightly. He deals a strike on Mazzilli. It's 2-1. Augie Silk has had a terrible time in Lexington. And sometimes when you're on the road, you love particular ballparks. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mazzilli awaits the pitch, and this one will get to the backstop. It's kicking back out. There may be a play, but De La Rosa's throw is wild back home, and Frias scores on the wild pitch. Lombardozzi to third. It's 3-1 on Mazzilli. Anderson De La Rosa may have had a play, but he rushed the throw and threw it basically on a roll to the shortstop. DeSabatino had gotten home to cover. Frias right now does not look at full speed. An accurate throw might have been able to get the out. But you can't call it an error. It's just a wild pitch and a run scoring on it. Lombardozzi's at third. 3 balls and a strike on Mazzilli. The Barnstormers will keep the infielders back. It's too early in the game to try and cut down 1 run. DeSabatino goes back to work. Mazzilli fouls it away. Now it is 3-2. 1-1 our score. Bottom half of the first inning. And another duck just 90 feet away. Ball was in constant trouble last night. He got out of 5 different first and second 1-out jams without allowing a run in any of those. He did give up a couple of runs along the way. Here's a pitch, and that's lines just past Galen, a base hit into right, and it will bring in Lombardozzi. That's what Mazzilli has been doing all year, is punching the ball through the infield. He's hitting for a very high average. It's his 4th single of this series. I thought for a split second Galen was going to be able to make the play. The second run is on the board, and Ross Peoples already is going to go out and have a word with DeSabatino. We have a mound visit in the very opening inning. Anya Holmberg is not out there with him. DeSabatino off to a rocky start here tonight. It began with the walk, then the double inside the bag at first, a wild pitch, and now a ball punched just past Galen and out into right. Davidson Romero coming to the plate, hitting .287 with 6 homers and 27 runs batted in. It's possible the worst thing the Barnstormers have done tonight was actually score the first run. I mean, you know that's an exaggeration, but they have come from behind so often, they're not all that used to playing with the first lead. 2-1 in favor of the Ducks. DeSabatino will work to Romero, and that ball is pounded down the left field line, foul. No balls and a strike. Dominic has yet to pick up an out. Mazzilli, the runner at first, 11 for 11 stealing. Right-hander comes to the set and delivers, foul back. 0-2. If you're DeSabatino and the Barnstormers, obviously you want to stem this inning and not let it turn into that garish inning, which we've seen so many times this year, that will just put you behind the 8 ball right from the beginning, and the Ducks never could come close to making up that 10-run third inning from last night's game. So you've got to cut it off at some point. Romero batting at 0-2. DeSabatino to the plate, and that curls back to the inside corner. Strike 3 called. A big first out for DeSabatino, and not a lot of pleasure right now being expressed by Davidson Romero. Ramon Flores, the center fielder, checks in. .238 with 3 home runs and 11 driven in. One out with Mazzilli on board. We'll see if he takes off here at some point. De La Rosa could also use an inside fastball with the left-handed batter up there and try to use Flores as a screen to throw down to first base. Up and away, it is ball one on Flores. Hector Sanchez, the switch-hitting catcher, waits on deck. DeSabatino already is around 20 pitches for this inning. 1-0 the count on Flores. The set, the offering, and that ball is hit high down the right field line. Long way to go. Caleb Gindel sliding. Gindel rolls over and shows the baseball, and they say it's not a catch. It's just going to be a long single. Flores is on. Gindel racing over and trapped the ball with his diving try. First and second, one away. Hector Sanchez will step in. Gindel popped up with the ball in his possession after a long run into the right field corner. It was a great effort by Gindel. And keeping that to a single also keeps the double play in order. The batter is Sanchez, hitting .203. He had a couple of base hits last night. First and second with one out. 4 of the 5 Ducks have reached base. And the delivery is over but low, and ball one. Gindel came awfully close. Galen came awfully close. The Barnstormers can't quite make a play here in the first inning. Not for lack of effort. 1 ball and no strikes. DeSabatino's offering is fouled into the net. Sanchez is batting at 1-1. Tonight we could be seeing the effect of the extra foot. This is what they're looking for to see how it will affect the game. This is one of the ways. Downs and DeSabatino have been fairly big strikeout pitchers, but tonight a lot of balls put into play. You see a lot of foul balls off the fastball. Swing and a miss by Sanchez. He got tricked inside, and it's 1-2. The swings and misses are coming on breaking balls more often and less often on fastballs. You can't overpower the hitters as easily. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mazzilli at second, Flores at first. And time is out for a moment. Anderson De La Rosa does some gardening in his neighborhood. Now Sanchez steps back in. Mazzilli off of second base, Flores off first. DeSabatino ready to go. Here's the 1-2, and that's wrapped up the middle. Base hit center field. Here comes Mazzilli with the 3rd run. Sanchez with the RBI base hit, and it's 3-1. With Daniel Fields about to step to the plate. DeSabatino just can't get outs here. He made Sanchez look terrible on the second strike, and then a line drive past the mound and up the middle. It brings on Fields, hitting .285 with 5 homers. His average just keeps climbing. The player of the month in this league for the month of July. Last night, he singled his first 2 trips against Ball. Flores at second, Sanchez at first. Still just 1 out, that on a strikeout. And that is ripped foul past the first base coach's box. No balls and 1 strike. The count on the lefty batting Fields. Johnny Turbo over there coaching at first. 0-1, the count on Fields. Ty Kelly is on deck. DeSabatino having a tough first inning. Upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. He can't find the right combination. And much like we saw against Augie Silk a couple of nights ago in the early innings at York, Long Island tonight 4 for 4 when they put the ball in play. Swing and a miss. DeSabatino's ahead at 1-2. York started that way against Augie the other night. Eventually, that grew to 6 for 8. He had to get outs on strikeouts. 1-2 to Fields. And the pitch, lifted foul. So again, 2 strike foul balls keep the Long Island Ducks around in this bottom half of the first inning. A first inning of baseball that altogether now has taken roughly a half an hour. The Barnstormers scored 1 in the top of the inning. Long Island has answered with 3 and still batting. To the set, and the 1-2 inside and low, and Fields able to scramble his feet out of there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flores the runner at second, Sanchez aboard at first. DeSabatino being very deliberate here in the first inning, which to me indicates he's not terribly comfortable. It may be his footing. You don't know what it is. I'm not saying he's hurt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is wide, and Fields bats at 3-2. First and second, still just 1 out in the inning. Four hits and a walk. DeSabatino already up to 31 pitches. Here comes the payoff. He got him a swing and a foul tip. It's held. Second strikeout of the inning. Now Ty Kelly will step in. Kelly was 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly last night. Kelly was here in spring training, and his contract was picked up by Seattle. Returned. His debut was actually last night. The pitch to Kelly is low, ball 1-0. DeSabatino with a chance to escape this first. It has been a long and unpleasant inning for the Barnstormers right-hander. Ball 1-0. It's popped up left side. Charging over is Schumpert. De La Rosa there also, but that goes out of play. A ball and a strike to Kelly. Still Flores at second, Sanchez at first. Now with 2 outs in the inning. 4 hits, a walk, a wild pitch, and 3 runs are on the board. The effect of the wild pitch long since erased. Gindel almost making a terrific catch against Ramon Flores. That's a big difference in this game. Fields caught Robinson's. Gindel didn't quite catch Flores. Strike 2 in on Kelly, off speed from DeSabatino. Ball 1, 2 strikes. But what a long bottom of the first. DeSabatino looks to escape the inning. He comes to the belt, and the 1-2 is hit high in the air, center field. Ladarius Clark jogging in. He is there, and DeSabatino is finally through this first inning, but he gives up 3 runs on 4 hits with no errors. The Ducks leave 2, and at the end of an inning, it is Long Island 3 and the Barnstormers 1.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Well, an active first inning, to say the least. The Barnstormers with a run on 2 hits, and then Long Island comes back with 3 runs on 4 hits. Lancaster sending Ladarius Clark, Anderson De La Rosa, and Jake Hoover to the plate as we get the second inning of baseball underway here tonight. Barnstormers very used to playing this type of baseball with just a ton of offense. A couple of extra base hits in the first inning, but they weren't belted. They were just very well placed. Diaz is slicing a double down the left field line, and Lombardozzi ripping a 2-bagger past the bag at first. Now here is Clark. Ladarius is at 256. He has 10 home runs. He has driven in 39. 8 doubles, a triple. More than half of his hits have been for extra bases. When he gets on first, he basically turns it into an extra base hit. Facing the left-hander Downs, first pitch is a breaking ball. It's very high. Ball 1-0. The right-handed hitters step in the top of the second. And to Clark, swing and a miss. Bottom fell out of that. It's 1-1. Downs threw only 16 pitches in the top of the first. DeSabatino needed 36. To Clark, it misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Lancaster trying to get right back at the Long Island Ducks and provide an answer to that bottom of inning 1. To Clark, here is the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and this ball is hit to right center field, dying in a hurry. That will drop in, and Clark is aboard with a leadoff base hit. Initially, I thought that was going to be a routine fly ball for Ramon Flores, and it just quit and fell in front of the charging center fielder. Well, the Barnstormers have their 3rd hit. Anderson De La Rosa, the catcher, will come to the plate. Ladarius Clark hitting the ball on the trajectory that he usually does. You could stack all your outfielders into right center very often with him at the plate, but that off the end of the bat and able to get in for a base hit. Well, now Downs will have his hands full with a guy who is a great base stealer. 15 for 15 is Ladarius Clark, but he's got a guess right against a big league lefty and a crafty one. He's going to take off on the first move. Here is the throw by Sanchez. Not a chance at second base. The only chance they had was if Clark had overslid the bag, which he obviously reached back and held it. So now 16 for 16 going on the first move there against Darren Downs. If Downs had been going to first, Clark would have been in trouble, but he still might have made it. He had an enormous jump. Sanchez had no prayer of getting the throw there in time. And there goes Clark for third. The pitch is high, and there will be no throw this time. It's a called strike, as it turns out. Ladarius is now 17 for 17, and the Barnstormers have a runner at third and a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Anderson De La Rosa. .260 hitter with 37 runs batted in is De La Rosa. The breaking ball is inside and low. He checks on the swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. We've seen Ladarius Clark hit monstrous home runs, and here in the second inning, he's decided to do his best Darian Sanford impersonation. To De La Rosa from Downs, 2-1 offering. Doesn't tail back to the inside corner, and Anderson has a 3-1 advantage. Jake Hoover, the shortstop tonight, is on deck. Well, the Barnstormers at least on the verge of getting one of those runs back. De La Rosa in charge at the moment of getting Clark home. 3 balls and a strike from Downs, and the pitch. De La Rosa with a fly ball, left center field. Hit well enough to score the run. Over for it goes Kelly. He'll make the catch, and Clark can just trot home. De La Rosa with the sacrifice fly, and we have a 3-2 ball game. That was strictly created by Ladarius Clark. He has got tools. 1 out. Hoover steps in. Big night for Jake last night. 2 for 3 with 3 runs batted in as the Barnstormers' third baseman. He's 7 out of 18 since joining this ball club after being let go out of Double-A by the Texas Rangers. And he is a young fella, too. High bouncer. Downs will make the play, throw to first, and get him. Hoover, I don't think, realized he hit a fair ball, and he was late getting out of the box. If he gets a slightly better jump there, he might have been able to beat that out. It was a high Baltimore chop type of swing and type of ground ball, but Hoover was a split second late getting out of the box. 2 outs. Here's Schumpert. Nick batting .226 with 15 driven in. The Barnstormers have gotten 1 run back here in the second inning. Downs to Schumpert, and that ducks back across the inside corner. Pardon the pun, it's 0-1. 3-2 in favor of Long Island, top of the second inning. The 0-1, Schumpert pops this up to shallow right center field. It will be Flores making the call and making the catch to put the inning to bed, but the Barnstormers get a run back on the wheels of Ladarius Clark. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 1.5 here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The score now, Long Island 3 and Lancaster 2.
Hey, $2 bill here, a.k.a. the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at $150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Dominic DeSabatino will be facing Jesse Berardi, Vladimir Frias, and Steve Lombardozzi. We go to the bottom of the second. There has not been a scoreless half inning to this point in the game. Long Island owns the 3-2 lead here through 1.5. And it looks like it's going to be a fairly long Saturday evening here in Central Islip. But as long as the game is going along like this, it goes back to everything that Major League Baseball is trying to accomplish with the experiments here in the Atlantic League. It's all about time per ball in play. Now, this game has taken up 44 minutes. to this point in time, the Ducks have put 5 balls in play, the Barnstormers 9. So you're looking at somewhere, I guess, around 3 minutes and 8 seconds, 3 minutes, 9 seconds per ball in play. With the Barnstormers batting against downs, it's no issue whatsoever. DeSabatino walked 1, struck out 2. A lot of pitches thrown in the bottom of the first. There's ball 1 outside to Berardi, who has been awfully tough on the Barnstormers and not a bad hitter overall. 268 with 7 home runs. Popped it up off the end of his bat. That will carry out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count on Berardi. And nobody that I've heard necessarily phrases it exactly. You hear pace of play, you hear action in the game. But ultimately, that's what it's all about, is time per ball in play. Line drive, and Alleman will go up and take it out of the air, 1 away. Brings on Vladimir Frias, who walked and scored in the bottom half of inning 1. The way the second inning has gone by is absolutely what Major League Baseball is trying to accomplish. And I think we're seeing some of those efforts pay off here in the second half with the move of the mound. It's going to have, it's not going to be perfect. You're looking for the overall scope. Some pitchers may be hindered by it. Some pitchers may be helped by it. How is it going to work in total? Ground ball pulled foul up the first base line, 1-1. And right now, it's been okay. I think some people are anticipating games being 30-25 with a ton of walks. And I know I had a little bit of trepidation about that. I've got to admit it, but it hasn't happened. I think there might be people at a higher pay grade than I have for a reason. 1-1. High bouncing ball, right side. There goes Allemund into the hole, and he'll retire Frias. Second out here in the bottom of inning 2, and 4 in a row retired by Dominic DeSabatino, trying to shake off a tough start tonight. Now Steve Lombardozzi will come to the plate. Lombardozzi is batting .500 against the Barnstormers this year. The Barnstormers would probably be beating Long Island in the season series were it not for Lombardozzi and Mazzilli. The two of them combined are now 28 out of 60 in this season series. Ball 1 is outside, 1-0. Lombardozzi 14 for 28. Mazzilli 14 for 32. This series alone, they've combined to go 8 for 12. 1 ball and nothing. And Lombardozzi, the first of the double Z guys. We have 3 on this club. Mazzaro pitched last night. He was the starter. And Lombardozzi and Mazzilli. 1-1. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. So I guess the question, the linguistic question becomes, why is it pizza but not Lombardozzi? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. DeSabatino has the count even against the switch-hitting second baseman. 2-2. It's mezzo-soprano, but in names, you just pronounce it like a hard Z. Lombardozzi leans, doesn't go. Ball 3, 3-2. Piazza, and I think his name was pronounced Mike Piazza, was it not? Not Piazza. 3-2 pitch is ball 4, and now Lombardozzi walks. A 2-out base runner in the bottom half of the second inning with L.J. Mazzilli stepping to the plate. Mazzilli singled in a run, his 13th RBI against the Barnstormers. This is game 8. And part of the Barnstormers' issue this season is there are hitters that they just can't seem to stop. You're always going to have a few, but it seems this year that it's more than a few. Opposing teams are batting over 300 against the Barnstormers on the year. That has to improve, I think, for the Barnstormers to go on and make it to the playoffs. First pitch strike to Mazzilli. It's 0-1. Lancaster certainly has the team in place, I think, to make a run at this second half, or at least a wild card. 0-1, the count to Mazzilli. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. But the starting pitching needs to get and stay solid. He had the great effort last night from Ball, a gutsy effort. More than a classic one, but the previous couple of starts were short. Though Zach Smith kept the Barnstormers in the game in his start. 0-2 pitch. Low and away. Stopped by De La Rosa sliding behind it. Ball 1, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Lombardozzi, the base runner. He has stolen 9. He's been caught 4. One ball, 2 strikes to Mazzilli with 2 outs. To Sabatino. Out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and this ball is clocked to center. And it's carrying. Back on it goes Clark. He got turned around, and athletically, not necessarily artistically, he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're through 2. The Barnstormers have caught up a little bit. Long Island 3 and Lancaster 2.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
This is the sound of the kind of thrill ride summer was made for. Here's the sound of another one. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our entire line of performance vehicles. Strap in, then hold on tight.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $469 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
Kelly Dugan heads out to coach first base for the Barnstormers. I would imagine we'll see him as a pinch hitter before the night is out. Lancaster sends the top of the order up in the 3rd inning. Gindel, Alamond, and Galen facing Darren Downs. Downs certainly winning the pitch count battle between the 2 starters and leading in the ball game, but it's just 3-2 at this stage. Caleb Gindel will try and ignite the Barnstormers here in the 3rd. He popped to the shortstop, Frias, behind the 3rd base bag, opening up the game for the Barnstormers tonight. 6 games this season, Gindel has had 4 or more runs batted in. That is remarkable. He is on a pace where he could set the franchise RBI record despite a shorter season. Not a good swing there against Downs. 0-1 to Gindel with Alamond waiting on deck. Caleb generally not affected by facing left-handed pitching. Down and away for a ball. It is 1-1. His stats are pretty well balanced, at least in terms of batting average, left and right. 300 against lefties, 298 against righties. And 0 for 1 tonight, so it's basically even. 1-1. Gindel takes ball 2 off the outside corner. He does have a better home run rate against right-handed pitchers, 1 for every 10.8 at bats as opposed to 20.3. 2 balls, 1 strike. It bounces, and Gindel has a big advantage now with a count of 3-1. Lancaster trying to make up one last run here to draw even in this game. They got one back, mostly thanks to Ladarius Clark last inning. De La Rosa knocking him in with a sac fly. 3-1. It is outside, ball 4, and Gindel is aboard with a leadoff walk. Downs does not give up many, averaging 2.2 per 9 innings. Alleman steps in. Blake grounded out to Lombardozzi, his counterpart in the opening inning. The Barnstormers got going with 2 outs there as Galen lashed a single off the legs of Downs, and De Aza doubled into the left field corner. There's a bunt pushed by Alleman too hard and foul. No balls and 1 strike to Blake, with the other Blake on deck. Four hits for Long Island. The Barnstormers have collected 3. 0-1, the count to Alleman. Infield set, double play depth. He's going to swing away, and that is a swing and a miss. And it was an odd-looking swing to begin with. He must have thought that was a breaking ball, and it was going to come back to the inside corner somehow. A late reaction. Now it's 0-2. Gindel, very short lead off first. Alleman goes after another pitch in the same zone, pops it up, and this will drop behind the screen. Sanchez wheeled around and headed back, but had no shot. Alleman continues to bat at no balls and 2 strikes with the leadoff runner on here in the 3rd inning. Ducks 3 and the Barnstormers 2. Alleman looking to dig out of a hole here. Downs to the set. He's going to throw to first and check Gindel instead. Clark stole second and stole third last inning on the first and second pitches to De La Rosa. He didn't wait at all. 0-2 on Alleman. Breaking ball, and that is back to the inside corner. Oh, that was deadly. That was deadly. I got to tip my hat to Downs and Sanchez for that combination. Up and in. They stayed there. Alleman went after him, so they come back with a pitch that looks the same, and this one was ticketed for the inside corner. Alleman laid off, and the pitch found its way to the edge. Here is Galen. Singled and scored back in the 1st inning. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 3rd. Infield still looking to turn 2. Downs comes to the set, and he misses outside and low to Galen. Ball 1, no strikes. De Aza is on deck for the Barnstormers. Again, Lancaster's lineup is a little weird tonight, facing a lefty with 4 left-handed batters at the top of the lineup, a switch hitter, and then 4 right-handed batters at the bottom of the order. But the 4 left-handed hitters all do reasonably well against left-handed pitching. Another toss to first with Gindel hopping back aboard. And in truth, Kelly Dugan does as well, but he is the guy sitting here tonight to get Clark, who does very well against lefties, in the lineup. 1-0. Galen, line drive and a base hit headed toward right center field. Fields will get behind it. Gindel parks at second. And the Barnstormers have 2 on for De Aza. 4th hit for the Barnstormers in the game. 3 have been singles, 1 not. Hit by De Aza back in the 1st inning. Lancaster with another opportunity. Galen, who out of the 4 left-handed hitters at the top of the order actually has the lowest average against lefties, is 2 for 2 against Downs tonight. De Aza stands in. Downs ready to go to work. Alejandro takes a strike to the inside corner. He had pulled up on the swing, trailing at 0-1. On deck is Robinson, who was robbed by Daniel Fields of an RBI base hit back in the 1st inning. Runners take their leads. And the 0-1 doesn't get back to the inside corner. De Aza is even at a ball and a strike. Lancaster struck for 10 runs in the third inning last night. And now De Aza, a check swing and a foul. It's 1-2. The first 10 batters of that inning reached safely. The Barnstormers had 9 runs on the board before the first out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on De Aza. The double in the first inning was his 14th of this season. Now 1-2, and he just gets a piece of it. De Aza alive at a ball and 2 strikes. This is certainly a fun offense, and it can produce from anywhere. It is missing Melvin Mercedes. He adds just another element to it. Guy who can get on base with regularity and steal bases. Drive in runs when needed. Ball 2 is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He sits out with a broken hand. De Aza bats at 2-2. Gindel's at second. Galen is at first. Lancaster trying to catch all the way up here in the top of the third inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball right side. It finds the hole. A base hit. Gindel is being waved around. Fields is going to hold the ball. Gindel will score standing up, and it's 3-3 as De Aza drives in his second run of the game. Trayvon Robinson batting with men at first and second and 1 out. Fields felt he didn't have a play on Gindel and wanted to make sure that Galen didn't stride for third. Lancaster scored in every inning tonight. It's funny, last night we talked about how the Barnstormers really had just that one inning where they were able to swing the bats. The other 3 runs were basically built on walks in the 9th inning off a lefty by the name of Brandon Sherman. Tonight, the Barnstormers are hitting in every inning. Robinson stands in, grounds a foul into his own dugout. No balls and a strike on Trayvon, tonight's Barnstormers designated hitter. Ladarius Clark waiting on deck. 3-all, top half of the third inning. Galen at second, De Aza aboard at first, and a Robinson foul to the screen. Downs has him set up at 0-2. A run in each inning for the Barnstormers tonight. Robinson trying to get another one home here at least. Downs has him at 0-2. The pitch inside low. And ball 1. Darren Downs having a much longer inning in the top half of the third than the previous 2. Even though the Barnstormers had scored a run in each of those first 2 innings. He's had deeper counts here in the third, walking Gindel, striking out Alleman. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Robinson. The left-hander once again comes set, and the pitch inside and low. This one gets away momentarily from Sanchez, but Galen wisely holding on at second. Last 2 pitches have come awfully close to getting Trayvon down around the ankles. He's been able to get out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Barnstormers DH with 1 out. Galen off second. De Aza leading from first. And a Robinson. It doesn't tail back. Again, Downs trying to work the same area. He did it to Alleman up and in. To Robinson, he threw 2 pitches that darted down and in. Trayvon laid off, so he tried to run a two-seamer back to the inside corner, but he missed. Robinson has a full count. We'll see if Galen and De Aza take off. I would think they probably will not be, but they do. The 3-2 pitch is called strike 3. Into third with a steal is Galen. Robinson goes down looking. Galen gets a stolen base. He was the only guy on the run. Robinson is caught looking at the third strike. He thought he had the walk. Now it's up to Clark with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Ladarius singled, stole 2 bases, and scored in the second inning. And now the man who has 39 runs batted in 122 at-bats this year will step in with men at the corners in a tie game here in the third. Clark is hitting .304 with runners in scoring position. And Ladarius is started with a curveball. It gets there for a strike. It is 0-1. De Aza leading off first, Galen off third, swing and a miss. Clark going after a fastball, and Downs is on the brink of getting out of the inning. 0-2 on Ladarius. Tie ball game in the third inning. Defense, the infield is deep, the outfield is not. De Aza takes off, the 0-2 foul to the screen. Clark had to protect his own at bat. De Aza getting a good jump. The Barnstormers with 3 stolen bases in this game. They have not seen a good move yet from Darren Downs. The stolen base for Galen, his 4th. Ladarius Clark still up there at no balls and 2 strikes, 3 all. Top half of the third inning. Downs will come to the set. And the pitch, Clark pops it up foul. He'll stick in there. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The motion, the pitch, and Clark fends off another, making Downs work for this third out. No balls and 2 strikes, if in fact he can get it. He's been ahead at 0-2 for a while. Still 2 strikes to Ladarius. Runners lead from the corners. Clark trying to put the Barnstormers in the lead for the second time tonight. Downs ready to go. Here's the 0-2. Clark lets it go. Ball 1 is off the outside corner. I think Downs had it there intentionally, hoping to get Ladarius to chase after one. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. Downs comes set. Clark lets it go, and it's ball 2, knocked down by Sanchez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Downs had Robinson 0-2. It went to 3-2. And he got the third strike call at the knees. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. De Aza has driven in a run here this inning. Gendel crossing the plate once more. He has been at the top of the runs scored rankings for most of the season. De Aza takes off. There's a throw to second base, and Downs finally gets one. Clark will get the lead off the next inning. I thought De Aza might pull up and try to get into a run down there, but instead he is nabbed. The Barnstormers unable to pull off a trick play to get out of the third. They score 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1, and we'll go to the bottom of the third inning with the Barnstormers and the Long Island Ducks tied at 3.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
We're tied at 3 as we head into the bottom of the third inning here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark on Long Island. And this might be the biggest Atlantic League crowd of the season in any facility. As you look at the attendance numbers for the year, the Ducks lead. The Barnstormers are second in home attendance. On the 4th of July, Long Island drew 7,020. That is the top crowd in the league this season. And they might have that and more tonight for a Saturday night fireworks show. No threat of rain since early today. They thought they were going to get rain overnight and into the morning hours. I don't believe that it ever occurred. It has stayed dry all along, and the forecast for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon had been kind of taken out of the forecast for here by last night, or at least it had diminished, and nothing developed at all. Davidson Romero leads off the third inning against DeSabatino. Dom gave up 3 runs in the first inning and then shut the door on the Ducks in the second, although he did surrender a 2-out walk to Lombardozzi. Romero struck out looking back in that 3-run first. He faces DeSabatino for a second time, and Dominic almost hits him. Ball 1 and no strikes. 3-3, lower half of the third inning. It has been an entertaining game here tonight, to say the least. 1-0. Romero takes ball 2 well outside and low. DeSabatino seemingly a little out of rhythm to start off his third inning. That is something that has, I think, perplexed the Barnstormers all year, is these first few pitches of an inning or first few pitches of an appearance being so far out of where the target is set. And it especially seems to plague this ball club after they score. DeSabatino 3-0 on Davidson Romero with Ramon Flores due next. Dom is ready to go. This one finds its way. So we have a 3-1 count. 5 hits for the Barnstormers, 4 for Long Island. Just starting off the bottom of inning 3. DeSabatino to Romero now. 3 balls and 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. It's low for ball 4. DeSabatino walks his third. Downs has walked 1 and struck out 2. So an immediate issue for DeSabatino. He opened up the game, walking Vladimir Frias on 7 pitches. This base on balls takes 5. Flores will step in. He singled into right field back in the first inning on a fly ball down the line that Caleb Gindel nearly caught with a diving try. DeSabatino will come to the set. His pitch to Flores is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 3-3, bottom 3 here at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, where the sun here in mid-August is all but down. Lights are on, and shadows from the sun coat the field. The delivery, breaking ball to the inside corner, and DeSabatino has Flores at 0-2 with Sanchez waiting on deck. Outfield plays Flores straight away. Ramon Flores, one of the Ducks with Major League time logged. He's a Puerto Rico native. 0-2. And ball one is low. I enjoyed watching Ramon Flores on the field last night with a child that I would assume was his. And just having a grand old time out in front of the Long Island dugout following the game last night. Always love to see the players with their kids. 1-2, and the pitch is hit high in the air, left center field. Signaling for it is Deaza. He calls off Clark and makes the catch. 1 out, and Sanchez will step in. Despite Sanchez's struggles at the plate this year, he's had a pretty good series. He singled home a run in the first inning of this game, and last night was 2 for 4 with an RBI. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom half of the third inning. It's almost dark enough for the fireworks now, and we are just in the bottom of the third. DeSabatino to the plate. Sanchez takes ball one. Again, tomorrow's start is at 5:05 here on Long Island. Lancaster will be sending Tommy Shirley to the mound against a newcomer by the name of Hunter Caudell, who came out of the MLB Draft League. Hopper foul past first base. 1-1 to Sanchez with Daniel Fields waiting on deck. The Barnstormers with a run in each inning so far. Long Island with the 3 spot in the first. And we sit here in the tie. One of my favorite moments watching ball players with their kids was Nick Green, the longtime starter for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, with his little kid during kids run the bases following a Sunday game. Sanchez takes ball strike 2 on the inside corner. The delay got me. And that 3/4 slider really running in on Sanchez. He's in disbelief that that was called a strike. 1-2. But apparently it caught the edge of that invisible pane of glass that they have set up. Davidson Romero, not necessarily fleet of foot, leads off first base. 1-2. The target set by De La Rosa. The pitch, ground ball, second base, could be 2. The shovel toss to Hoover 1, back to first, and an easy double play converted on Sanchez. 4-6-3 on the twin killing. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We're done with 3 and dead even. It is Lancaster 3 and Long Island 3.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Come to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event for great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology like pedestrian detection.
Lease the 2021 IS300 all-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details. Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
Three runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Barnstormers. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left for the Long Island Ducks through 3 innings of play tonight. Clark, De La Rosa, and Hoover will step in for the Barnstormers as they come to the plate against Darren Downs in the top half of the 4th inning. Mentioned the 5:05 start tomorrow. That is the start time on Sundays during July and August traditionally for the Long Island Ducks. We've had a few of them over the years, ultimately not all that many. And then once September rolls around and the kiddos are back at school, they revert to an earlier start, and we'll be here for a couple of those. 2 more trips to Long Island follow this one. We'll be back here for a 4-game series on the Labor Day holiday weekend. Now here's Ladarius Clark. He singled and scored back in the 2nd inning. He was batting when DeAza was thrown out on a steal attempt. Ball 1 is outside on Ladarius. It's 1-0. But the Barnstormers have to feel that all was not lost with DeAza being thrown out, because you have Clark leading off the 4th inning. If he gets on again, he's really been able to run with ease on downs. 1-0, and Clark almost gets hit. He has the edge in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Barnstormers and Ducks embroiled in a 3-3 tie, and ultimately a much more entertaining game than last night's grew to be after the Barnstormers blew it open in the 3rd. Clark gets ball 3, and Downs, unless he has some kind of pickoff plan here, is putting himself in trouble to start the 4th inning. Here's the 3-0. Ladarius taking all the way and looks at a strike. It is 3-1. This man has been fun to watch. The motion, 3-1 pitch, and he has Clark aboard on a leadoff walk. The 2nd inning in a row that Downs has walked the leadoff batter. Augie Silk coaching over at first base at the moment. The batter is De La Rosa, who let Clark run the bases, taking a couple of pitches back in the 2nd inning, 1 for a ball, 1 for a strike, and by the time De La Rosa got around to swinging the bat, Clark was standing at 3rd. We'll see if the Barnstormers do something similar here. Long Island is likely to change plans. Clark with the lead off first. Downs will come to the plate. De La Rosa ground ball up the middle, base hit center field. Clark will round 2nd and hold. Everything changed here in the 4th inning. De La Rosa was swinging. Clark was holding. The only thing that didn't change was that Downs did not throw to first base. The Barnstormers with their 6th hit of the night. They're set up with runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Jake Hoover, the batter. A sacrifice bunt is certainly a possibility here. Jake on a 6-game hitting streak. He swung away and hit a comebacker in the 2nd inning on a Baltimore chop. Here's the offering outside and low to Hoover, and no indication that he was going to bunt. Maybe that will remain the same, or maybe that will change. One ball, no strikes to Hoover. The 2nd baseman, Lombardozzi, cheating toward the bag. There is the bunt. Up with it is Downs. He's going to go to 3rd, and he throws the ball down the left field line. Clark scores. De La Rosa is going to be waved around. The ball in a tricky spot. The throw coming in. It is offline. De La Rosa is home. And all the way to 3rd is Jake Hoover as the Barnstormers take a 5-3 lead. Darren Downs decided to go to 3rd and made a bad throw past Jesse Berardi. So not only do the Barnstormers move the runners up, they gain 3 bases on the play. The batter is Nick Schumpert. That is going to be a sacrifice of fielder's choice and an E1, but we'll have to get the entire ruling. 2 runs are across. The infield draws in. And the pitch to Shumpert is swung on and clubbed out to left field. Hoover will go back to tag. Kelly makes the catch, and it actually dropped in for a base hit. Shumpert with an RBI single, and it is now 6-3. Twilight getting me. Nick Shumpert driving in the third run of the inning, and now Caleb Gindel has popped the short and drawn a walk. I don't think there was a play on Hoover. Downs rushing the throw to third and making a bad one. Now to Gindel, breaking ball for a strike. It is 0-1. Nick Shumpert, another guy who can run the bases really well. He's stolen 11. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. One strike to Gindel. Downs comes back and locates the outside corner. It's 0-2. Allemond on deck, and then Galen. You run into the left-handed part of the lineup now. Downs comes to the set. Here's the 0-2 on Gindel. Caleb swings and hits a fly ball to left. Kelly will come on and make the grab. Shumpert goes back to first. First out of the inning is recorded. Allemond will give it a whirl. He is 0 for 2. So Hoover is given a sacrifice. And not a base hit, and the error allows both Clark and De La Rosa to score. Fastball is outside on Allemond. Ball 1-0. Shumpert hasn't been on the move yet. Next offering, and Allemond takes a rip, driving it out to right field. Fields is there for the catch. A couple of fly ball outs, reasonably well struck, have produced the first 2 outs of the inning for Downs. Galen will step in. Blake is 2 for 2. He has scored a run. 6-3 Barnstormers in the top half of the fourth inning. Defense straight up in the outfield. The infield plays Galen to pull, and Blake does pull, lining this into right field, sinking quickly, and that's down for a base hit. Shumpert hesitates around second, but still will advance to third. Blake Galen with his third hit of the ball game, and Alejandro De Aza, who's 2 for 2, will step in with runners at first and third. Two outs in the inning. 8 hits off Downs. De Aza still with the lone extra base hit. Is double to left back in the first inning. 3 runs are home. The Barnstormers with a chance for more in this fourth inning. Shumpert around to third. Galen is on at first. Here's a pitch, and the breaking ball is outside of De Aza for ball 1. We have a flock of ducks overhead. And the legend has it that brings good luck to the home team. I mean, they're called the Ducks for a reason. And there was a hockey franchise long, long ago of the same name. Ball 1-0. Toss to first, sends Galen back. De Aza already 2 runs batted in tonight, 45 on the season. He has just worn out Long Island pitching. Robinson on deck. Here's the 1-0. De Aza will take a breaking ball. That misses. 2 balls and no strikes to the Barnstormers left fielder. Lancaster leading by 3 in the 4th inning. The 2-0, Deaza swings and hits a high fly ball left center field. Back goes Flores for the catch. All the outs coming in the air. For the Barnstormers, 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits, 1 big throwing error. And Lancaster strands 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning now. The Barnstormers leading the Long Island Ducks by a 6-3 score.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Dominic DeSabatino working with a lead for the 2nd time tonight. The Barnstormers are up 6-3. Here in the bottom of the 4th, it will be Daniel Fields, Ty Kelly, and Jesse Berardi all batting from the left side of the plate against DeSabatino. Not used to the Ducks having this many guys batting left-handed. It is all but Mazzilli and Romero. 7 of the 9. That's a typical Barnstormers batting order against a right-hander. Outside and low, ball 1 on Fields. Frias and Lombardozzi and Sanchez are switch hitters. 1 ball, no strikes. DeSabatino has walked the leadoff batter in 2 out of 3 innings. High fly ball out to left. Can be a tricky time of night. Coming in is Deaza calling off Hoover. And Alejandro there for the catch. 1 out. Hoover could have made it, but Deaza had the better angle. Ty Kelly stepping in. Kelly fly to Clark in center. Back in the 1st inning. DeSabatino has retired 8 of the last 10. The 2 that have reached have done so on walks. Ross might be looking for him just to get through 5 innings tonight because the pitch count was so high in that 3-run first. A strike on Kelly, it's 0-1. Probably like to get 6, but I don't know that he's going to want to risk it. It's going to depend on how these next couple of innings go. 0-1 and strike 2 to Kelly. Michael Pollock told me he interviewed Kelly today, and he didn't even get to the questions about the Olympic Games. That would be at a later date. Time is called. De La Rosa and DeSabatino will get together. Again, ordinarily, Anthony Peroni and Dominic DeSabatino work together as a battery. Peroni has taken a couple of nasty foul tips lately, and the decision was made to go with De La Rosa here tonight. No timeout is charged. Ross Peoples did come out back in the 1st inning after the first 3 batters. 2 runs were on the board at that time. DeSabatino surviving a shaky start. The first 6 batters, that didn't go well. 3 runs on the board. He has settled down nicely and has the lead in the game. Ty Kelly batting 0-2, the motion and the pitch, down and in. Ball 1, 2 strikes. The Barnstormers now have 8 hits, and I believe they have switched off and given Jake Hoover a bunt single. That would be the indication. Popped up foul, still a ball and 2 strikes. There was no play on Hoover whatsoever on that bunt. Downs having to chase it over on the third base side. Hoover runs too well. Kelly batting at 1-2 with 1 out here in the 4th inning. DeSabatino gets him to pop this up, but it'll go foul out of play, hooking into the first base seats. And the count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Barnstormers have scored in every inning tonight, 6 total over the first 4 innings to lead 6-3. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sabatino to Kelly, and it's outside for ball 2. And a 2-2 count. Dominic has walked 3 in the game. He has struck out 2. The strikeouts coming back in the first inning. Here's the 2-2. Poked foul. Kelly is still lurking. Former New York Met and Philadelphia Philly, Ty Kelly. Didn't see a tremendous amount of action with either club. Here is the 2-2 from DeSabatino. Kelly has gotten this count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The Ducks have 13 players with Major League experience. Not all of them on the active roster. 3-2 pitch drilled to the gap in right center field and in for a base hit. Kelly, a 1-out runner in the 4th inning. The first hit since Sanchez singled into center to drive in a run back in the 1st. That was a very good at bat for Ty Kelly. 1 out, 1 on, and Jesse Berardi will come to the plate. He lined Alleman back in the 2nd inning. A slight leap for the catch for the Barnstormers second baseman. Nothing drastic, nothing like we've seen Melvin Mercedes do a couple of times this year, going all out Jose leaned. 1 out, 1 on. Shumpert even with the bag over at third. Berardi stands in against DeSabatino, and he grounds a foul, pulled off balance was Berardi. DeSabatino works ahead, no balls and a strike. 6-3 Barnstormers, bottom of the 4th. We have yet to see a 1-2-3 inning tonight. There was only a 3-batter inning in the bottom of the 3rd, a walk-in that got canceled by a double play. 0-1. Berardi awaiting the pitch. DeSabatino fires. This is grounded to short. Hoover will dig, throw to second for 1. Alleman can't return it to first base in time, and Berardi is safe on the fielder's choice. The ball simply hit too slowly. The Barnstormers do get the lead man. 2 outs, and Berardi the runner at first for Vladimir Frias. Frias has walked and grounded out. Scored a run back in the 1st inning. With the ruling change, by the way, Hoover's hitting streak is alive at 7. Here we have 2 outs and Berardi the runner at first. 4 stolen bases for him in 6 tries. Frias will try to add to the inning and get it to the Lombardozzi-Mazzilli combination. Vlad stepped back out. Looked like something may have gotten in his eye. I haven't had a chance to catch up with Vladimir. They got him in not too long after these two teams met the last time. Vlad's actually been around a month or more. 2 outs with a runner on here. DeSabatino's pitch is outside and low. Ball 1 and no strikes. Vladimir Frias, a kind of quirky guy, but a very, very enjoyable person to be around during a baseball season. He can be a lot of fun when the mood strikes him. 34 years old now. That's hard to believe. Ball 1, no strikes to Frias, and ball 2 is taken low. DeSabatino trying to get through this 4th inning, but his pitch count has now reached 80. So you've almost got to think 5 might be the limit for him here tonight. 2 balls, no strikes to Frias, and DeSabatino backs off momentarily. Berardi out to his lead, not going, and Frias yanks a ball down the right field line. That is headed for the corner and likely to score a run. The ball bounces right near the pole. Frias will cruise into second with a double as Berardi rounds and scores, and it's now 6-4. By not quite being able to turn the double play earlier in the inning, the Barnstormers now give up a run, and Lombardozzi will step to the plate. He has a double and a walk. To me, if Frias were at full speed, he's at third base right now. He just cruised into second with a double. That ball got to the 325 mark and didn't really kick back out all that far to Gindel. He had to chase it all the way down there. 6-4 ball game with Lombardozzi in. He has not been retired tonight and is 4 for 6 in the series overall. Frias leads off second to Lombardozzi. Bouncing ball, first base, handled by Galen. That will end it in this 4th inning. The Ducks bounce back with a run on 2 hits with no errors, and there was a runner left on base. We're through 4 tonight in a very active game at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The Barnstormers ahead of the Long Island Ducks by the score of 6-4.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Come to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event for great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology like pedestrian detection.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details. Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
Around the Atlantic League tonight, the first of a doubleheader, Southern Maryland defeated Lexington by the score of 11-4. But Southern Maryland was the road team in that game, and I believe that that is an indication that was a first-half game. And if that is in fact true, then the Barnstormers do officially finish third, a game behind Southern Maryland in the first half. Southern Maryland would be 31-29 to the Barnstormers 30-30. If Southern Maryland had lost the makeup game, then the Barnstormers would have finished second based on the tiebreaker. It's all a moot point now. It's all about getting to the playoffs and filling in one of those other 2 slots in the Atlantic League postseason. Long Island and Lexington have already clinched. Second game of the doubleheader, which would be a second half game, still to come. The other game in progress, High Point leads West Virginia 3-1. High drive out to left center field off the bat of Trayvon Robinson. Flores, though, with a play approaching the warning track. And Robinson is retired on the first pitch of the 5th inning. 1 away, Ladarius Clark, the batter. Clark 1 for 1 with a walk and 2 runs scored. The High Point leads West Virginia 3-1. In the bottom of the 5th inning. York and Gastonia rained out tonight down just west of Charlotte. Clark batting with De La Rosa on deck. This part of the lineup has been very strong for the Barnstormers in this game. to Clark. He shows bunt and takes a strike. It is 0-1. Lancaster leading 6-4. Without any really big blows tonight, the Barnstormers again able to take advantage of the defensive play to get some runs home. To Clark, 0-1 pitch. The breaking ball dances low. Ball one and strike one. 2 stolen bases in the game for Clark. Here's the 1-1 offering. Again, the breaking ball. This one is through the middle. Clark bats at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Downs has him set up fairly well. De La Rosa is on deck. Here's the 1-2. It is low, and the ruling is that Clark went around on it. He has struck out. 3rd strikeout for Darren Downs. The pitch was clearly low, and Clark knew it. He's not happy that Joe Iglio made that call himself. De La Rosa steps in, a sacrifice fly, a single, and a run scored. The bat from this angle barely started. You have to see that from a side angle. First pitch in for a strike on De La Rosa. It is 0-1. Lancaster 6, Long Island 4 with 2 outs, nobody on. Top of inning 5 to De La Rosa. The 0-1 breaking ball is upstairs. It is a 1 ball and 1 strike count. Barnstormers trying to make it 2 in a row here on Long Island and win for the 5th time in the last 6 games. Pulled foul past third. Make it 1-2 on De La Rosa. 38 runs batted in for him. You had the 20 for Anthony Peroni. And the catchers are having a pretty solid year offensively. Handful of games for about a week where they were both in the lineup. Time called before the 1-2 pitch could be delivered. Barnstormers with 8 hits in the game. Long Island with 6. 6-4 Lancaster on the scoreboard. 1-2 to De La Rosa. Swung on and a soft liner that gets over Frias and into left center. And De La Rosa is 2 for 2. Jake Hoover will come to the plate. Hoover has ultimately been responsible for the biggest play of the game, all by dropping down a bunt in the 4th inning. Downs saw his only play might have been to third. He rushed it and threw wildly down the left field line. 2 runs scored. Hoover ended up at third and scored the 3rd run of that inning. De La Rosa is aboard with Barnstormers hit number 9. And the breaking ball is poked into right field by Hoover. He waited back on that nicely. De La Rosa up the second. And there are 2 on for Nick Schumpert. Hoover is a guy who seems to know his game and does not overswing. He doesn't have the power to hit much in the way of home runs. But he has been marvelous just spraying the ball around, poking it here, poking it there. His 2 doubles have been down the stripes, 1 to right, 1 to left. Now with 2 outs, Schumpert stands in. 1 for 2 for Nick with an RBI last inning. Schumpert, big swing and a foul ball back. 0-1 on the third baseman. Gindel at the top of the order, waits on deck. Center fielder Flores, shallow and toward right center field against Schumpert. That's a pretty good setup against Nick. Swing and a miss, and now it is 0-2. The bottom fell out there. Top of the 5th inning, the Barnstormers threaten with 2 outs, back-to-back singles on flares into the outfield. Schumpert, though, trailing 0-2. The target set by Sanchez Downs ready to go. Ball one is inside and low. Sanchez has saved several here tonight. Ball one and 2 strikes to Nick Shumpert. The Barnstormers' third baseman trying to pin another run on the board. De La Rosa's off second. Hoover leading from first. Downs to Shumpert, 1-2, and this is popped up on the right side. Into foul territory is Davidson Romero for the catch. And the Barnstormers unable to score for the 5th straight frame, much as they tried. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men stranded. The bottom of the 5th will come up with the Barnstormers ahead by the score of 6-4.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at $150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Lancaster Barnstormers and Long Island Ducks halfway through tonight with the Barnstormers leading 6-4. L.J. Mazzilli, Davidson Romero, and Ramon Flores slated against Dominic DeSabatino here in the bottom of inning 5. DeSabatino continues his warm-up throws. Remember, the Barnstormers are back home to take on this same Long Island ball club on Tuesday. 6:30 starts all week. Greek Heritage Night coming up on Thursday. A Wiener Wednesday, and of course, in the middle of the week. Barnstormers fighting to get one of those remaining 2 berths in the playoffs. And in all likelihood, barring some strange combination of Long Island and Lexington both winning again, or Lexington winning again, and say Southern Maryland or York winning the second half in this division, and the Barnstormers getting the wild card, Lancaster would be playing Long Island more than likely in that first round. First pitch to Mazzilli is low. Ball 1-0. Mazzilli is 1 for 2. A run scored and a run batted in. DeSabatino brings it home. It's grounded to the shortstop. Hoover with the pick. Time for the throw. And Galen has to step back to the base. Mazzilli is out 6-3. Blake was pulled off by an inch or two. And he wanted to make sure that the out was recorded. Davidson Romero will step in. Romero has struck out and walked. 0 for 1 officially in tonight's game. Barnstormers operating with the 2-run lead. They've also been down by as many as 2. Upstairs to Romero. It's ball 1. These clubs are used to games going back and forth. Think about the 19-18 contest back on June 29th. 1-0, swung on and foul tipped by Romero. It's a ball and a strike. Each team lost a 6-run lead in the first 5 innings. It was 15-15 that night at the end of 5. That was insane. A ball and a strike, and time is called briefly before DeSabatino can bring it home to Romero. Here's his 1-1. The slider low. 2 balls and a strike. 87 pitches thrown by DeSabatino. Downs actually more. He's thrown 90. But he has thrown the 5th inning already. 2-1. Popped up. And will get out of play off the bat of Romero. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. The Barnstormers, if they can hold on and win this one tonight, you'd almost have to say this is one of their better stretches of this entire season. They had a pretty good stretch toward the end of the first half, too. Two balls, 2 strikes. Romero swings and pulls this out to left. Darting over is De Aza, and he'll have to take it on a bounce. 1 out single for Davidson Romero. Ramon Flores coming to the plate at 1 for 2. 7 hits now off DeSabatino. This is a night of singles and doubles into the corner. The wind, from what we can tell, and sometimes the flags here are hard to read, but it seems like the wind is blowing in from left field. 1 out, 1 on. DeSabatino facing Flores. Dom to the set, the pitch. It's over but low, and ball 1. Both starters have been in pretty steady trouble tonight. DeSabatino got through the 2nd and 3rd innings without a runner advancing past first base. 1 ball, no strikes. It's in the dirt. Good stop made by De La Rosa, but now Flores bats at 2-0. The Barnstormers have gotten a runner to scoring position in every inning. And there has not been a 1-2-3 half inning in this entire game. Flores bats at 2 balls and no strikes. DeSabatino misses badly wide. 3-0. Hector Sanchez, the catcher, due next. Barnstormers 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position in the game. The Ducks are 2 for 5. 3-0. DeSabatino works it in. The strike taken by Flores. It is now 3-1. Ramon Flores started the night batting .238. He has not been back with the Ducks all that long. 3-1. DeSabatino working out of the stretch, brings it home, and this is hit high to right field and shallow. Aleman goes back. He'll take it. 2 outs with Sanchez coming in. 1 out of 2 for Sanchez tonight. DeSabatino trying to get his ball club through this 5th inning. I think that Ross can feel somewhat free to use his bullpen tonight. Just 2 innings last night. Espinal and Teller for 1 each. Gann 3 2/3 at York on Thursday, and Laporte for an inning. So Gann might be the only one not available. Ball 1 is low, 1 ball, no strikes, and you have an off day coming up on Monday. So this is a game where you could see some combination of Granitz, Goodson, Laporte, maybe Moya and Schumann. depending on how it goes. Fly ball hit well, right center field. Over on this goes Clark, and he slides. Looked like he lost his footing for a second, but he makes the catch. No runs on a hit with no errors and one man left on base. DeSabatino works around the one-out single, and through 5, the Barnstormers maintain the lead at 6-4.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochenauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
Well, the Ducks have gone to the bullpen. It's not the only thing that they've done. Hunter Cervenka, a left-hander we saw earlier this year with West Virginia, has taken over for Darren Downs. He has done well since coming to Long Island. And that's not the only change. LJ Mazzilli has gone to play left field. And I am looking out to center, and I believe that Kelly has moved to center field, and Flores has come out of the game. I'm not writing it down on my scorecard quite yet because I'm not 100% certain. We do know that Cervenka is on the hill. Caleb Gindel, Blake Allemund, and Blake Galen, a trio of lefties at the top of the order, will be facing Hunter Cervenka. Big left-hander on in relief of the starting left-hander, Darren Downs, who gave up 10 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned over the first 5 innings here tonight. He walked 2 and struck out 3 along the way. Gindel leading off. Caleb is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch from Cervenka is low. And ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Cervenka overall in the league this year is 1-3. Ground ball down the line at first, foul, wide of the bag. Romero went over to make the play, and he got there. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gindel. Galen in the 3-hole tonight, 3 for 3 against the lefty starter. De Aza batting cleanup, 2 out of 3. Gindel and Allemund both hitless, but in the 4th inning, they both made pretty solid contact. 1-1 to Gindel. Cervenka snaps a curveball across the inside corner. He has Gindel at a ball and 2 strikes. Target is set by Sanchez. 1-2. Gindel goes down swinging. Cervenka records the first out here in the 6th inning. Allemund will step in. Blake is 0 for 3. Allemund continues to bat left on left. The Barnstormers are seeing Cervenka for the 5th time, but the first 4 were when he was with West Virginia. There's the curveball again. He has that working tonight. 0-1 the count on Allemund. Downs was never not in trouble in this game. Alleman swings and misses. It's 0-2. This is the risk you run when you stack guys who bat from one side of the plate. A right-handed hitter could break up the way Cervenka is pitching. He seems locked in at the moment. Alleman able to foul one off. It is 0-2. But you can't argue because this string of left-handed hitters that the Barnstormers have at the top of the order, it's been gold and producing a lot of runs all year. Lefties don't typically shut them down. Lefty starters certainly don't. Alleman with a ball poked foul down the left field line. He stays in at 0-2. First pitch from Cervenka missed, but the last 7 have been strikes. 0-2 on Alleman, who's grounded out, struck out, and lined out. He's got all day in right center field. Here is the 0-2 pitch. He holds on the swing as ball 1 drops outside and low. Ball 1, 2 strikes the count. It is Flores who is out of the game. Kelly in center, and Mazzilli is in left. 1-2, swinging a foul tip. Alleman still in there at a ball and 2 strikes. And we may see similar changes coming up on the Barnstormers side if DeSabatino does not continue. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blake Alleman. Cervenka ready to go. Fastball in on his hands. That is swung on and missed, and it's back-to-back Ks for Hunter Cervenka. 2 outs. Blake Galen will come to the plate. Galen is 3 for 3 here tonight. He's only been involved in the scoring by coming across the plate once. 2 outs. Nobody aboard. Cervenka has dominated this top half of the 6th so far. And a Galen outside and low. It is ball 1 and no strikes. Well, the pitcher spot becomes, for the Ducks, the number 5 spot in the batting order. Flores just batted in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1-0. Ball 2 is outside to Blake. De Aza waits on deck. And a 3-0 count. Cervenka, a couple of times in the major leagues, Atlanta rather, and Miami. 3-0. Galen looking all the way, takes a strike. Cervenka is back at 3-1. 73 appearances for Cervenka, 50 with the Braves in 16. And then later on with Miami in 16 and then 17. It's fouled off. Cervenka has worked it to 3-2 on Blake Galen. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. The Barnstormers ahead of the Long Island Ducks, 6-4. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cervenka, a native of Baytown, Texas, near Galveston. The payoff to Galen. He swings and misses. Cervenka comes on and strikes out the side in the top of the 6th inning. Well, the Barnstormers go down 1-2-3 for the first time in this game. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and Ross Peoples is headed in the direction of Joe Iglio. So I would anticipate we're going to see some Barnstormers changes as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And I think that, we'll see exactly how this is going to transpire, but the Barnstormers lead by a 6-4 score.
Localflavor.com. Local flavor, Localflavor.com. Local flavor.
Excuse me. Are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com. Local Flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com. Local Flavor. Localflavor.com. Local Flavor.
For you.
The Barnstormers do go to the bullpen. Garrett Granitz, the Submariner, will work the bottom of the 6th inning. But no other changes are apparent for Lancaster. Deaza remains in left, Clark in center field, and Gindel is out in right. So Trayvon Robinson comes out. And that means the plan is for Granitz to throw 1 inning because the pitcher spot is due up second in the top half of the 7th. The Barnstormers have Dugan, Peroni, Torrance, and Rendon all available off the bench. Ross certainly has options. Daniel Fields 0 for 2 tonight. Leads off against Granitz in the Long Island half of inning 6. Granitz, the oft-used right-hander in this segment of the ball game. 1-0, 4.96 ERA. This is his 29th appearance of the season, which will be tops on the ball club temporarily. Inside to Fields for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Kelly and Berardi will foul, all left-handed batters against the right-hander here. Smash to first, gloved by Galen. He'll take it to the bag, and that is 1 out. Good pickup by the Barnstormer first baseman. Ty Kelly, now the center fielder, will come to the plate.
Number 27, Ty Kelly.
Kelly is 1 for 2. He singled to right center field back in the 4th inning, and that run eventually scored, but it wasn't Kelly who crossed the plate. He was forced at second by Berardi, the man on deck. 1 out, nobody on, and Granite starts off Kelly running a pitch in on him. Ball 1-0, 6-4 Lancaster, bottom of the 6th inning. The next delivery is to the inside corner. The count evens at 1-1. Granite's at times this year has had difficulty with that first batter. Fields hit it hard, but it resulted in an out. 1-1, strike 2 to the left-handed batting Kelly. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sabatino tonight. Gave up 7 hits and 4 runs in 5 innings. He walked 3, struck out 2. The strikeouts came in the 1st inning. He threw 1 wild pitch. That was early. 1-2, doesn't quite creep back to the outside corner. Granite's experimenting out there with a very slow frisbee slider. Here's the 2-2. Foul to the screen. Kelly sticks in at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 away, bottom half of the 6th inning. The Ducks scored 3 off to Sabatino in the 1st, 1 in the 4th inning. And now if the bullpen can hold, the Sabatino will run his winning streak to 8. At the very worst, he gets a no decision, which doesn't cost him the streak. Again, Granitz tries to find the outside corner, but he can't get it there. And now Kelly bats at 3-2 with Jesse Berardi waiting on deck. Granitz gets the signal from De La Rosa. The 3-2 is on the way, and this is elevated to left. Easy, or it should be anyway, for Deaza, and it is. 2 outs, And Berardi will come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a run scored for the lefty batting third baseman. Granite's, his last couple of appearances, has thrown scoreless baseball for 2 2/3 innings. He had some tougher outings early. 2 away, and to Berardi, it's popped up behind shortstop. Going back is Hoover. He waves off Clark and makes the catch. Granites is through the bottom of the 6th on 10 pitches. The Ducks go down in order. Granites holds on to the lead and will go to the 7th with Lancaster up by a 6-4 score.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Hunter Cervenka remains on the hill for a second inning for the Long Island Ducks. Lancaster leading 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. And for the Barnstormers, 6 runners left on base, 4 runs on 7 hits with an error for Long Island. They've stranded 5. Go back to the play in the 4th inning. That is a sacrifice and a fielder's choice again on Jake Hoover. I thought they had changed it to a bunt single, and it's just a question of how you interpret that play. The setup, again, in case you weren't listening at the time, the Barnstormers had Clark at second, De La Rosa at first, with nobody out. Hoover laid a bunt down along the third base line. Downs raced after it, tried to get the out at third, threw the ball away. The question in play is, did he have a chance to get Hoover at first? If he did, then sacrifice fielder's choice is the right call. If he did not, then Hoover should have gotten a base hit with the throw to third. That would have been borderline. It may or may not have been there on time, so you give the offense the benefit of the doubt. First pitch from Cervenka is a strike on De Aza. 2 for 3 for Alejandro tonight with a couple of runs batted in. Cervenka struck out the side back in the 6th inning. He's 0-1 on De Aza. The pitch breaks off the outside corner. De Aza able to hold on the swing. It is 1-1. Cervenka giving the Barnstormers a different look than Downs did. Last night, Long Island used relievers from the left side for 6 innings. Here's a 1-1. De Aza goes for it and fouls it to the seats on the third base side. And the count goes to 1-2. Knowing Ross, he would like to have another lefty out of the Barnstormers bullpen. He could if you wanted to keep Tommy Shirley out there, but I like Shirley in the starting role. He gets that tomorrow. 1-2 off the hands and bounced on one hop through Frias at short. De Aza retired easily. He'll run it out anyway. He got jammed horribly, took a half swing, and chopped to the shortstop Frias, who had it on a bounce. De Aza was barely out of the box. He was off balance on the swing, almost falling backwards. And Frias had the ball, and De Aza showing the youngsters, hey, run it out anyway. Kelly Dugan is now going to bat in the pitcher's spot. And Wally Backman is going to signal for the bullpen anyway. Interesting that he doesn't leave Cervenka in to face the 5th straight left-handed batter after he's been very successful against the first 4. I find that peculiar, but while he had it in mind, he's going to make the change, and we'll go to our mythical studios for these messages.
Hey, $2 bill here, AKA the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with quick cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus quick cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Lancaster leading Long Island 6-4 in the top of the 7th with 1 out, nobody on. Hunter Cervenka is lifted after retiring 4 straight left-handed batters, despite the commitment of Ross Peoples already to go to Kelly Dugan. It would have been the 5th straight. Dugan batting in the pitcher spot here. 1 out. Bases are clear in the top of the 7th inning. Brady Dragmeyer has come on for Long Island. 6'1", 200-pounder from Johnstown, Colorado. Dragmeyer is 28 years of age. Kelly Dugan stepping in against him. .325 for Kelly with 6 homers and 45 runs batted in. Dragmeyer has been outstanding as a setup reliever for the Ducks. He has 8 holds. He's 4-1 with a 2.59 ERA. Takes over with 1 out, nobody on, and to Dugan. Ball 1 is low. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm really going to be puzzled here if Dugan gets something accomplished in this 7th inning. Why Cervenka didn't stay in for 1 more batter. Dugan has played the pull. He's got a lot of real estate in left center. The 1-0 pitch, Dragmeyer is off the inside corner for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 6-4 Lancaster, top of the 7th inning at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, middle game of a 3-game series. We'll wrap it up at 5:05 tomorrow. Here is the 2-0 to Dugan. Kelly pops this up, foul territory and out of play along the third base line. The count rides to 2-1. Barnstormers with Tommy Shirley going tomorrow, and a newcomer, Hunter Caudell, will throw for Long Island. By Thursday of next week, we'll, I would imagine, be back around to Ball and Mazzaro. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dugan. Dragmeyer is ready. Kelly swings and pulls it down the right field line. That is fair. And hopping into the corner, Fields will chase it down. Dugan ends up at second with a double. So, all right, that now makes the pitching change look even more peculiar as Dugan is able to get the double off Dragmeyer. I'm still scratching my head over the move at that time. 10th double of the season for Kelly Dugan. The Barnstormers with a runner in scoring position. And Ladarius Clark stepping in. Clark 1 for 2, and he scored a couple of runs. Now looking to drive 1 home. Dragmeyer looks back to Dugan. The pitch to Clark. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. It is 0-1. Clark batting, De La Rosa on deck. Now, if Wally had made the change here, it would have made a lot of sense to me because both Clark and De La Rosa are better hitters against lefties than they are against righties. Still scratching my head over the timing of the pitching change, but Wally, I'm sure, knows what he's doing. 0-1. Clark takes another breaking ball. This one wide. 1-1 the count. The Barnstormers with their 11th hit of the night, just the second for extra bases. De Aza had the other earlier. Ladarius Clark bats at 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lancaster looking for insurance here in the 7th inning. Dragmeyer trying to prevent it. Clark bats at 1-2. Cervenka, or Dragmeyer gets him to swing and miss, rather. Second out. And now it's up to De La Rosa, 2 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. And a couple of base hits, but against the left-hander. 1 run scored, 1 run batted in. Dugan at second with 2 away. De La Rosa batting. The pesky Jake Hoover waits on deck. And a De La Rosa. Beautiful pitch from Dragmeyer for strike 1. Dragmeyer, I am told, is batting 9th, and Berardi is out. The pitcher spot becomes 9. Not sure Dragmeyer will ever see it. Inside, De La Rosa somehow got out of the way. Ball 1 and strike 1. And Johnny Turbo goes into the number 5 spot to play center. And Ty Kelly has gone to third. Wheels are spinning in a tight ball game tonight. De La Rosa bats at 1-1. Dugan leads off second. Here's the pitch. Della swings and hits one high to left field. It's not going anywhere out there tonight. Back a couple of steps is Mazzilli for the catch to end the inning. The Barnstormers leave the runner at second. 1 hit, 1 left. Time for the 7th inning stretch here on Long Island. And the Barnstormers continue to lead 6-4.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
This is the sound of the kind of thrill ride summer was made for. Here's the sound of another one. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our entire line of performance vehicles. Strap in, then hold on tight.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $469 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
A rendition of God Bless America during the 7th inning stretch at Fairfield Properties Ballpark, and we're going to see some changes now for the Barnstormers because Kelly Dugan remains in the game. He'll play first base. Donald Goodson is on the hill for the Barnstormers. Still De Aza in left. Galen, I believe, has moved to the outfield, and I think Gindel might be headed to center. Goodson on the hill, Dugan to first, that we know. And well, DeAza moves to center. He is shifted over. Clark is out of the game. Pitcher spot is sixth. It looks like Galen is in right, Gindel in left. So it's Clark that's out. Both managers making significant changes with the double hook rule, and this is some of the intrigue that we definitely thought that we would see. The Barnstormers now operating without Robinson and Clark. Flores and Berardi are out for the Long Island Ducks as Wally Backman and Ross Peoples match wits in the latter stages of tonight's ball game. The Barnstormers leading 6-4 as Goodson takes over. Granite's pitches a perfect inning, getting the side 1-2-3, something that Dominic DeSabatino could not achieve in any of his 5 innings tonight. And now it is Goodson who will match Granite's by appearing for the 29th time. Goodson is 2-2 with a 5.46 ERA. 28 walks, 33 strikeouts in 31 1/3 innings. Vladimir Frias at the top of the order. He is 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored and a run batted in. The hard-throwing Goodson replacing the submarine efforts of Granite's. Donald to the plate. His first pitch is met and fouled away. No balls and a strike. One of the side effects of adding that 1 foot distance between the pitching rubber and home plate is that the hard throwers become just a shade less effective. It's a little tougher to get the ball by hitters. But that first fastball from Goodson came in at 98.2. Here's the 0-1. Low and away to Vladimir. 1 ball and 1 strike. 98.2 on your first pitch. Good heavens. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the 7th inning. Neither club has scored since the 4th. 6-4 Lancaster. Goodson comes back. Frias with a fly ball to left. Underneath it is Gindel. He'll make the catch, and there's 1 out. It brings on Lombardozzi, who is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Nothing but fastballs to Frias. 98, 98, and 97. Goodson has a very nasty changeup as well. Donald will fire low. Ball 1. The count on Lombardozzi. L.J. Mazzilli, the left fielder, waits on deck. Lancaster needs 8 more outs. Tonight, much tighter than last night. 2-0 now on Lombardozzi. It was finally retired by DeSabatino in the 4th inning. Here's the motion, the 2-0, and he paints the corner. Does Goodson. 2 balls and 1 strike on Lombardozzi, the second baseman. Goodson also followed Granite's into the Tuesday night game, fouled to the screen, and it's 2-2. And that night, Donald was a bit wild. He walked 3 hitters in a row and threw a wild pitch to give up a run. At the time, making it 2-0 York. The Barnstormers rallied with 5 runs in the last 2 innings, and in fact, Donald got the win in that game. 2-2 to Lombardozzi. Goodson rears back, and he is upstairs with another fastball. 3-2. Somewhat surprised that we didn't see his changeup there. Payoff pitch is coming, and Lombardozzi with a pop fly, shallow center field. That is in no man's land. Out goes Hoover, and Jake Hoover with a wonderful play. In right center field, the shortstop racing over. Put a star by that one in the scorebook. It keeps the tying run from coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Watching Allemond and Deaza, they weren't going to get to that, and Hoover, from the left of your screen, came darting across to make the play. Boy, he's got some glove. 2 outs, and here is Mazzilli, 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Here is the pitch, high, 1-0. Goodson brings it home again. That is hammered foul on the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike, and still nothing but fastballs from the Michigan-born right-hander. 1-1 to Mazzilli with 2 outs, nobody on base. Sparkling catch turned in by Jake Hoover against Lombardozzi. 1-1. Mazzilli checks as the pitch is high. And a 2-1 count. Davidson Romero, the first baseman, waits on deck. Lancaster 6, Long Island 4 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1. Popped up. Coming back is De La Rosa watching, and the screen gets in the way. Ball in about the 2nd or 3rd row. Mazzilli batting at 2-2 with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of inning 7. Donald Goodson trying to overpower the Long Island Ducks in the bottom of the 7th and hold the lead for one more inning. Certainly set up to see Moya in the 8th and Schumann in the 9th. Two. Goodson's pitch. There's the change, and he puts away Mazzilli. He finally threw it on his 14th pitch of the inning. Nothing doing for the Ducks in the bottom of the 7th. Hoover, Schumpert, and Gindel scheduled in the Barnstormers half of the 8th. Then we go there with the score still Lancaster 6 and Long Island 4.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
Brady Dragmeyer stays out as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Dragmeyer is pitched in AAA. He was Drafted from the New Britain Bees from the dispersal following the 2019 season. A lot of the Bees are still around the league. We've got Deaza. You see Fuller and Fry at York. Jason Rogers down with Gastonia. Dragmeyer here. Michael Baca is with Southern Maryland. So there's a representation. Here's Jake Hoover leading off the 8th against Dragmeyer. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice, but his main contribution tonight was that catch off the bat of Lombardozzi in the bottom of the 7th inning. What a gem. We thought Rendon was good at pop-ups. Man, Hoover made a play. Now he'll try and get the Barnstormers offense ignited here in the 9th. Shumpert on deck and then Gindel in this 6-4 contest. Romero, Turbo, and Sanchez will face Moya in the 8th inning, or so we would believe. Foul ball back and 1 strike on Hoover. The Barnstormers have 1 hit off of Long Island's bullpen over the last 2 innings, and nobody has reached base against the combo of Granitz and Goodson over the last 2 innings. 0-1 to Hoover. Right-hander Dragmeyer ready to go. Jake bounces a foul toward his own dugout. Doesn't quite hop in. It's 0-2. Barnstormers looking to improve their lot here in the second half and give themselves a little bit more of a lead in the Northern Division. 0-2, and Hoover slaps it to short. 1 hop to Vlad. Frias uncorks the throw. Hoover's cut down, and there's 1 out. 6-3. Nick Shumpert will step in. Shumpert has an RBI single tonight, 1 out of 3. Caleb Gindel in the on-deck circle here for the Barnstormers. The bullpens so far have been very effective. The Barnstormers would not mind terribly if it stayed that way. Shumpert with a swing and a miss. It is 0-1, but I'm sure Ross Peoples, knowing the history of some games that have gotten away here on Long Island, would not mind seeing an extra run or two. Dragmeyer coming after the Barnstormers with an assortment of pitches that aren't power pitches. Shumpert swings and misses at the next breaking ball. It's 0-2. He hasn't thrown anything above 85 this inning, whereas Goodson's changeup was at 86. And Mazzilli broke out the rod and reel. 0-2. And Shumpert chases another. Second strikeout for Dragmeyer. Now he'll encounter Gindel. Caleb 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Lancaster 6-4 here in the 8th inning. Gindel batting. Allemond is on deck. Dragmeyer staying in for now. Pitch to Caleb, outside and low, ball 1-0. Gindel slugged his 22nd of the season here last night. Nothing has gotten to the walls. I don't remember anything really getting to the warning track on the fly tonight. I thought De La Rosa's would go deeper last inning, but it just died out there. Not saying it was going to leave the ballpark, but Mazzilli barely had to move. It looked like De La Rosa got most or all of it. 2-0 to Gindel. He's played to pull, but the shift is not on. Frias still to the left of second base. Dragmeyer to Gindel, the 2-0 pitch, bouncing away, and ball 3. A chance for Caleb to walk for the second time here tonight. He started the night tied for 5th in that category. 3 balls and nothing. Gindel has the green light. He hits a high pop-up toward the first base seats, and that will drop well behind the first base dugout. It's 3-1. Gindel leads the league, by the way, in extra base hits, as you know. At bats, he is tied for 2nd in runs batted in. 4th in slugging percentage coming into tonight. And, of course, tops in runs scored. 3-1. 2 outs. Bases empty. Dragmeyer walks him. Ball 4 is outside. Now the Barnstormers pick up their 3rd walk of the game. First against the bullpen. Here's Alamond, who is 0 for 4.
Second base, number 6, Blake Allen.
I said Flora, it's Romero, Turbo, and Sanchez. I think I did say that, actually, up in the bottom of the 8th. Gindel, a runner at first. The pitch to Alamond is down and in. Ball 1, no strikes. Blake Galen on deck for the Barnstormers, now the right fielder. The pitcher bats in the 6th spot. Could be Torrance, could be Rondon. If we do get there, it's possible we won't. One ball and no strikes to Alamond. Not much of a lead for Caleb Gindel. Held at first base by Romero. Alamond swings and pops this up. Easy play on the right side of the diamond. It will be Romero, who barely had to move. He makes the catch. They've collared Alamond here tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of the 8th, and I will have to expect that we'll see Gabriel Moya. He hasn't come out from the left field bullpen yet. The score, the Lancaster Barnstormers 6 and the Long Island Ducks 4.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Come to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event for great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology like pedestrian detection.
Lease the 2021 IS300 all-wheel drive for $379 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details. Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
Time to turn it over to the hypnotist. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Barnstormers leading by 2, and Gabriel Moya has come in to the ball game for the Lancaster Barnstormers. The lone lefty out of the Barnstormers bullpen, and Moya with very, very good numbers on the season so far. He did give up a grand slam in this ballpark, and it's kind of the one main blemish. He's 3-0, his ERA 1.91. All 4 of those runs were unearned. He's given up just 6 earned runs on 23 hits and 9 walks in 28 1/3 innings. And Gabriel has struck out 33 on the season. He inherits the 2-run lead. The Barnstormers have gotten 3 innings out of both Granitz and Goodson so far tonight. Moya will get the 8th, and certainly I would have to anticipate that Scott Schumann will throw the 9th inning one way or the other. He'll be warmed up and ready to go if the Barnstormers get a couple of runs on the board and take away the save situation. I have to believe he will still be out there. The left-hander Moya, 6 feet tall, 225 pounds, the master of trickery, deception, lulling hitters to sleep, breaking up timing. Comes on for the Barnstormers. The bespectacled Gabriel Moya ready to face Davidson Romero, who is 1 for 2 with a walk in the game. Lancaster leading by 2, trying to make it 2 in a row over the Ducks, and overall 5 out of 6 here early in the second half. Take a look at the other action around the Atlantic League. As I mentioned, Southern Maryland took the first of 2 from Lexington, 11-4. That was a first half game, so Southern Maryland finishes second, and the Blue Crabs out to a 5-0 start as the home team in the bottom of the second in the nightcap. High Point leads West Virginia 8-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Couple of shakes of the glove for Moya. His first pitch to Romero is there for strike 1. Johnny Turbo will bat for the first time in this series. He is now the center fielder and the on-deck batter. Long Island right now carrying 16 position players and 11 active pitchers. They are using the inactive list to rotate their starting pitchers. They have 3 starters who are not active. So really, they're carrying a 30-man roster. Pop fly, broken bat, out to right field goes Alamond. And Romero is dispatched. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning for Johnny Turbo. Turbo will step to the plate. Can be a tough customer, especially if he gets on base. He's hitting .265 with 3 home runs and 13 driven in. 1 out in the 8th as Turbo stands in with the switch-hitting catcher Sanchez on deck. 1 out, bases clear. Moya misses with his first offering to Turbo. 1-0 the count. Gabriel Moya with that arm circulating. He's ready to go. 1-0. He brings it home. Turbo pulls a fly ball out to left. This should be harmless. Coming on is Gindel for the grab. That is out number 2. And here is Sanchez. Well, he's been a switch hitter. He's listed as a switch hitter, but it looks like he's coming up from the left side of the plate. And he is. Sanchez living now in Plano, Texas. Boy, is he respected in this game. Caleb Gindel has referred to him as one of the best teammates ever. A man who has shed some pounds this year, getting a little bit healthier. Moya's pitch dealt for a strike. It is 0-1. Sanchez batting left on left. Similar to Blake Alleman, listed as a switch hitter, but not operating as one at the moment. Target set by De La Rosa. Moya working 0-1, and that is poked foul to the left. Gabriel has Sanchez at no balls and 2 strikes. Hector Sanchez in the major leagues from 2011 to 2017. He is from Venezuela. Well, he and Moya may have deeper ties than would be apparent in their U.S. careers. The 0-2, strike three called on the outside corner. Moya found it beautifully, and Gabriel holds the lead through the bottom half of the eighth inning. The bullpen has been golden so far tonight. Galen, Deaza, and then the pitcher spot will try and extend the lead for the Barnstormers in the top of the ninth. Lancaster leading by the score of 6-4.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Wally Beckman goes to his closer. It will be Danny Barnes pitching the top half of the ninth inning with Galen Deaza and I'm going to figure Devon Torrance batting for the Barnstormers. Lancaster leading 6-4. These two bullpens have been magnificent here tonight. But the Barnstormers looking for insurance. Scott Schumann, I am certain, is warming up behind the left field fence. You can't see it. Granitz, Goodson, and Moya all giving the Barnstormers perfect innings and doing it on a total of 31 pitches. Galen to lead off here, 3 out of 4 for Blake tonight. And the offering from Barnes is across for a strike. It is 0-1. Danny Barnes from Tampa, Florida, 31 years of age, 6'1" and 215. There are some fireworks of a sort being shot off behind the wall in left field. I don't think it is in a line of sight where it would be a distraction to the players. Galen now up there at 0-2 against Barnes. He has been the closer here since Michael Tonkin was signed. He has 4 saves and 5 chances, obviously pitching just to keep the Ducks within 2 tonight. Galen swings and misses. So 1 out on 3 pitches as the bullpens continue to dazzle. As long as Schumann is the 7th reliever to be terrific tonight, the Barnstormers are perfectly fine with the procedures. Actually, Dugan is on deck. I take it back, the pitcher spot is after him. He did go in to play first base. Deaza batting. Alejandro is 2 out of 4. The only Barnstormer with a hit against the bullpen was Dugan. With the fresh arms in out there. Ball 1 is outside to Deaza, 1-0. Temperatures are supposed to cool off here tomorrow. The forecast high is in the low 80s and no chance of rain for the 5:05 start. The 1-0 pitch, Deaza looks at a strike on the outside corner, so it's 1-1. Schumann will be facing batters that saw Granitz the last time, and that's the way you like it to get set up. Swing and a miss, and Diaz is up there at 1-2 as Barnes is dealing a lot of off-speed stuff to the Barnstormers. Diaz an RBI double to left in the first inning, an RBI single to right in the third. He has since flied to center and grounded to short. Barnes at 1-2. Here's the pitch. Diaz lets it go. Ball 2 is outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lancaster 6, Long Island 4, top of the 9th inning. The Barnstormers bat with 1 out and nobody on. Here's the pitch. Diaz fouls it off. You know Schumann is going to want some payback tonight. His one nightmare of an outing this year was against Long Island in a scheduled 7-inning game back on the 1st of July. He lost that one. Diaz tries to hold on the swing and does not, says the third base umpire Derek Moshe. 7 strikeouts for the Long Island bullpen in 3 2/3 innings. Now with 2 outs, here is Dugan. He had the double against Dragmeyer back in the 7th as the pinch hitter, now the first baseman. It is Torrance in the on-deck circle for the Barnstormers. Fields, Kelly, and if I am correct, the pitcher spot. And they've got, again, a lot of available pinch hitters in the bottom of the 9th inning. I'm not sure where Wally Backman will go. I think my best guess is Sal Giardina in that slot, but we'll see. Dugan bats it 0-1, takes it up the middle, base hit into a more right center field than dead center. 2 for 2 for Kelly. And the Barnstormers collect their 12th of the game. It'll bring on Devon Torrance as a pinch hitter. Batting in the spot that was originally occupied by Ladarius Clark. 2 outs, Dugan the base runner. Torrance batting, and Anderson De La Rosa waits on deck. The pitch by Barnes off the outside corner. Torrance bats at 1-0. The outfield plays Devon to pull. He's got a lot of room in left center. Only 1 extra base hit for Torrance on the year, and that was a triple. 1-0. Catches the outside corner. Strike is taken, and it's 1-1. Dugan not really a threat to steal. Torrance goes the other way, a liner that goes fouled on the left side. 1-2. And just in case you were wondering, yes, we have officially cleared the 3-hour mark once again. One ball, 2 strikes, and Torrance swings and misses. Barnes strikes out the side around the Dugan base hit. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man is left. We are going to go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Fields, Kelly, and the pitcher spot coming up. It is Lancaster 6 and Long Island 4.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
Come to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event for great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology like pedestrian detection.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing.
See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details. Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer valid in Lexus Eastern area only and ends August 2nd, 2021.
Scott Schumann is on for the bottom half of the ninth inning. Every other reliever we've seen in this game to this point has been extraordinarily effective. All six. Schumann will need to be the seventh. He's working with a 2-run lead, 6-4, heading into this bottom half of inning number 9. Scott is 2-2 with a 1.86 ERA, 11 saves in 27 appearances. He's worked 29 innings, 23 hits, 12 runs, 6 earned. He has walked 13 and struck out 46 on the season. He faces the bottom 3 in the order, but the first 2 and conceivably all 3 will face him from the left side. 5th appearance in the month of August. He has a win and a save here in this month. 6'3", 33-year-old right-hander from Valdosta, Georgia, in his 6th season here in the Atlantic League, and his first season as the Barnstormers' full-time closer. Not to say he hasn't thrown the 9th inning in the past, but he hasn't done it all that often. Schumann is ready to go, and Daniel Fields is ready to lead off. Fields is 0 for 3 in the ball game tonight. So it has come down to this. Lancaster 6, Long Island 4. It has been that way since the 4th inning. Granite's pitched a perfect inning. Goodson pitched a perfect inning. Moya pitched a perfect inning. Schumann trying to be the 4th. The fans, it's a full house tonight, and they are worked into a frenzy. Schumann ready. His first pitch is fouled back. Fields is at 0-1. Goodson started off at full velocity and actually tailed off slightly. Schumann usually accelerates as he goes. No balls and 1 strike to Fields. Ty Kelly, who's now the 3rd baseman, is on deck. Schumann's 0-1 pitch to Fields is fouled to the 3rd base side. 2nd strike on the slugging right fielder. 0-2, the count on Fields. Schumann back to work, 0-2. He got him, a swing and a miss at the fastball. 1 out here in the 9th inning. 3rd strikeout for the Barnstormers pen. Ty Kelly stepping in, 1 for 3 tonight. And this section of the lineup did face Granites back in the 6th inning. So that sets up well for Schumann. You have to have things break right to get it to this point. Strike called from Schumann. 4 pitches and 4 strikes now. 0-1, the count on Kelly. Schumann delivers, gets him to swing and miss. It is no balls and 2 strikes. And it does look like Giardina in the on-deck circle. It is. I finally got to see the second digit. No balls, 2 strikes to Ty Kelly. Schumann ready to go, winds, fires, and it's a swing and a miss. He is fan 2. Giardina, the final hope for the Long Island Ducks here tonight, pinch hitting with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and the Barnstormers leading by 2. Giardina stands in. He had a couple of knocks last night. 2 outs, base is empty. Schumann will deal. It's swung on and missed. 7 pitches, 7 strikes from the Barnstormers closer. The strikeout of Ty Kelly came on his first pitch over 97 tonight. Giardina batting at 0-1. The wind, Schumann to the plate, and for the first time he misses. Down around Giardina's feet. It is a ball and a strike. Vladimir Frias waits on deck. One and one. Schumann fires, swing and a miss. And the Ducks are down to their last strike. It is 1-2 on the switch hitting catcher, Sal Giardina. Schumann ready to go. 1-2 pitch. He got him! A swing and a miss. Schumann strikes out the side and needs only 10 pitches to do it. I said he might have wanted a little bit of payback against the Long Island Ducks, and he gets it here tonight. A masterful performance for the Barnstormers closer, fanning the side in the bottom of the 9th, but ultimately a masterful performance for the Barnstormers bullpen altogether. 12 up and 12 down over the final 4 innings. Barnstormers win their second straight here on Long Island. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow. We'll be back to recap this one and look ahead just a little bit in a moment. Our final score tonight, the Lancaster Barnstormers 6 and the Long Island Ducks 4.
Hey, $2 bill here, a.k.a. the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at $150,000. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
The Lancaster Barnstormers win for the 5th time in their last 6 games. They improved to 6-3 here in the second half, and for the first time since the club opened the season 3-0, they are 3 games over the 500 mark. 36-33 is the total Barnstormers record on the season. Tonight they have beaten the Long Island Ducks by a final score of 6-4. For Lancaster, 6 runs on 12 hits, no errors, 9 left. Long Island, 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 error and 5 runners left on base. Dominic DeSabatino wins his 8th straight decision. He is 9-3 on the season. The loss goes to Darren Downs. He falls to 1-4. Scott Schumann with the save for the Barnstormers here this evening. And for Scott, that is his 12th save of the year. The home run ball's non-existent tonight, and I think we could play for 12 more innings and not see a ball leave Fairfield Properties Ballpark. The air seemed pretty dead out there this evening. We do not have the time or the attendance as of yet. I continue to refresh the screen. The time was about 3 hours and 13 minutes, and the attendance probably the biggest that the Barnstormers have seen all season long. The highest we'd seen so far was the 4th of July game at York at People's Bank Park. So we will have to fill those in later, perhaps before we go off the air. The Barnstormers were able to draw first blood tonight on a 2-out infield single by Blake Galen, but infield single can typically denote scratch hit. This was anything but. He blistered a line drive back off the lower leg of Darren Downs. It trickled to the left side of the infield. Galen beating it out. Alejandro De Aza followed with a double deposited in the left field corner, and Galen able to come all the way around to score to give the Barnstormers a 1-0 lead. Shaky start for DeSabatino tonight, but the shades of a good starting pitcher, he was able to shake off that rough start. The first inning did not go well. In fact, on a walk, a double, a wild pitch, and a single, he had given up 2 runs on the first 3 batters of the game. He walked Frias on 7 pitches. Lombardozzi doubled inside the bag at first. L.J. Mazzilli, after a wild pitch, scored the first run, then singled in Lombardozzi to make it 2-0. Debinson Romero struck out looking, but Ramon Flores hit a fly ball down the right field line. Caleb Gindel almost caught it with a dive, but he was able to dig it up on the short hop, get back to his feet right away. So that was just a long single. Hector Sanchez singled up the middle to drive in the 3rd run, but after that, DeSabatino was able to settle down and get really tough for the rest of his 5 innings this evening. The Barnstormers got 1 run back in the 2nd inning as Ladarius Clark broke out his nearly impeccable Darian Sanford impersonation. Clark singled into right center field, stole second on the first pitch to Anderson De La Rosa, stole third on the second pitch to Anderson De La Rosa, and then scored when De La Rosa flied out the left field. The Barnstormers were back to within 1. In the 3rd inning, Lancaster tied the game as Caleb Gindel led off with a walk. Blake Galen singled him to second, and he scored on a single to right field by Alejandro De Aza. The Barnstormers back even at 3. The 4th inning rolled around, and the Barnstormers gave themselves an opportunity to break the deadlock as Clark walked and De La Rosa singled. Jake Hoover laid a bunt down along the third base line. Downs dug it up, tried to get the out at third, threw the ball down the left field line. 2 runs scored on the play. Hoover was left at third. He scored on a base hit by Nick Schumpert. The Barnstormers did very little the rest of the night. It turned out they didn't have to. A 2-out run did score for the Ducks in the bottom of the 4th inning as Ty Kelly singled with 1 away. He was forced at second by Jesse Berardi, and then Vladimir Frias doubled into the right field corner to bring in the run, making it 6-4. DeSabatino gave up a 1-out single to Romero in the 5th inning, but the final 14 Long Island batters were retired tonight. 2 by DeSabatino, and then the bullpen got 12. Granitz, Goodson, Moya, and Schumann with a perfect inning each. Granitz, Goodson, and Moya getting the holds, and Scott Schumann his 12th save of the season. So the Barnstormers win this one 6-4. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs are on a roll this evening. They beat Lexington in a makeup game. The final score was 11-4, and in the nightcap, the Blue Crabs lead Lexington 7-1 at the end of 3. The fact that Southern Maryland was the visiting team in Game 1 would indicate to me that was a makeup from the first half. So Southern Maryland officially finishes second in the first half. If they go on to win the second game of that doubleheader, they will be in second place in the North in the second half as well. But it's the Barnstormers on top and Lancaster leading by 2. High Point defeated West Virginia 8-3 this evening, and the York Gastonia game was rained out down in North Carolina. The Barnstormers take this one 6-4. They have won the first 2 games of this series, and it is now 5 out of the last 6 for the guys in the red and black. Lancaster 6-3 in the second half, and the first place ball club. They will look to sweep the series here tomorrow at 5:05. The Barnstormers will send Tommy Shirley to the mound. The left-hander will come in with a record of 2 wins and a loss. And Tommy will be matched up against newcomer Hunter Caudell, a Georgia native coming out of the MLB Draft League. Join us at 5 o'clock sharp as the Barnstormers take on the Long Island Ducks tomorrow. Following that, these two teams will head to Clipper Magazine Stadium to continue the home-and-home 6-game series. Lancaster wins this one 6-4. So now for Ryan Cortazzo, our video producer, for all the cast and crew at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and for our presenting sponsor, Gockenauer Appliances of East Petersburg, I'm Dave Collins. Have a great evening, everyone. And come Tuesday, we'll see you at the ballpark.